What's up, everybody? It's Buffy and
Zogod.
and today we got a lovely guest named
Aria.
And we're going to be talking about love versus convenience. So we're just going to dive right into it because we had y'all waiting long enough. 22 of y'all probably sick. So first we're going to start off with this question. We're going to start on this end. List your name, age, marital status, and rate yourself out of 10.
Okay, my name's Ara. I'm 21. I'm single. Just got out of a relationship. 3 years. It was a hectic one, but a lot of lessons learned. What was the other one?
Rate yourself out of 10.
Oh, rate myself out of 10. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not cocky. I'll give myself a 9.
So I'm not cocky. I'll give myself a 9.
I know.
All right, so
There's other people.
I'm in a relationship. Zoe_guide_91. I'll say a 5. I don't know the other question.
I'd say. Well, no, I'll start off normal. My name's Steven, but you know it's Big Buffy in the building. Age 24, marital status in a relationship, and I give myself a solid 30,000. You know, be humble about it. How about you, bro?
My name is Teasy McTeaseface, or known as Alan. That's my name. I am engaged, about to get married this year, and I'm 22, about to be 23. And I rate myself a 7. I'm not gonna be too humble.
Sure, it's not 30,000.
I mean, hey, it could be a 30,000 or however God sees me, man. That's honestly how it sees.
Check the audio.
Okay.
Hold on.
Like, in all honesty, no judging at all. I don't judge at all.
Shit,
The
I
only
do.
person I mean, hey, you can judge to a
That's
certain
my favorite pastime.
I can just say,
It's okay
I
to
can just
judge.
say, you
Everyone
can
has
judge
their
to a certain
opinions.
degree, but for me, everybody cool. Just respect me, I respect you, you know?
I respect
that's
it.
right.
All right, we're going to start on this end with you. What's the difference between someone loving you and someone just liking access to you?
I think when you like access to a person, you like what they can do for you and you like everything they provide for you.
Yeah.
But if you actually like someone and, have love for them, then it's more deep. You're there with them mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, any way there can be.
Okay.
Like, at that point, it's not about materialistic things, it's about deep within.
Okay. How about you, Zoga?
Repeat the question.
What's the difference between somebody loving you and somebody liking access to you?
I believe the difference is when someone just wants access to you, that just mean they just want you for anything and anything they want out of you, they can get out of you. When you're in love with somebody, there's a different level of care, protection, wanting to be around them. It's not like you coexisting with them. You want to spend time with the person and do all kind of things with them.
Yeah.
And feelings involved. When you just want somebody around, that means anytime you want them, you just want them there. When you're in love with somebody, you'll sacrifice certain things out of love.
I'd say the difference between loving someone and like just loving access to someone just boils down to sex. I mean, when you love someone, you're willing to wait a month, a couple weeks. Shit, some people are even willing to wait a year before they get pussy. But if I just want access to you, I'm going to do everything in my power to get some ass. And then I'm not going to value you past that. I might call you back for some more ass if the ass is good. But besides that, you're not going to get constant texts from me. There's no calls. There's no none of that. There's no FaceTimes at nighttime. I'll text you on a solid Friday for you to come Saturday. We can text throughout Friday to Saturday. But after that, I'll see you again Friday. How about you, bro?
I mean, I could say the same whenever me and my woman used to be that way. I mean, how you described it pretty much.
Oh,
So,
What's
I
the point
mean,
of texting all week if we just want to fuck?
right. So like little backstory with us, we went back and forth, and she was with a guy for a while in Virginia, and she came right back.
Up there it seems.
So it was just that simple.
Okay,
But
bro.
But I'm gonna get back to like what he was saying. I don't at least I
Pass
don't
that
believe
down.
I don't believe in the whole if you love somebody you're gonna do all this waiting. Like now if you like in a situation where you like in separate locations, like maybe the other person's in California and that person's in New York, maybe then. But if it's not a distance issue, then I don't really co-sign that
Waiting
waiting.
30? Nah,
I'm
see,
not waiting 3 months.
I
I don't believe in 90
what's
days.
wrong with
I don't
waiting
know.
though?
Like I
I
can
don't know
agree
what's
with
right
you.
about
It's like
I mean, because there's more
it's
than
like
sex. It's more than sex when you have a relationship with
so. What's
someone.
more
It's
than
not all
sex?
about
Like
sex. You
for
don't
you.
base it off that.
Yeah.
They're not a whore. They're not a slut. They're
some
not there
are.
to give you a good time.
Some are.
So you pay for
So let
that.
No,
me
fuck.
let,
I
let
don't
me
pay
ask
for
you
shit I could
this:
get for
what
You
are
free.
look for that.
When you look good
what are
enough,
you
you don't need to pay
looking
for
for as
shit.
a
I
That's
don't
for
know.
man?
I feel
ugly
like
people.
The
when it
person right
comes
there
down
that
to
says
love,
something,
though,
the person right there that says something, they know what they're talking about. I ain't doing no long distance relationship. That's how you get cheated on.
that's my cousin.
She know
That's
what she's
very
talking
true.
about.
I do know what she's
She
talking
know what
about.
she's
True.
talking about.
Nah.
I mean,
She
I get
does.
I do understand like the waiting for certain things. My only thing is, I just need to know what's the reason behind waiting. Like if you just want to wait so you don't look like a whore, I don't think that's a good enough reason.
I mean,
Cause that
but
seems like
I mean,
everyone's
some
answer.
people are
So there's like
they're
two
not
Shit, you
100%.
differences
might
of
as well
waiting
hop
They
on a
don't
games.
like
camera if you want to be a
what's
part
it
of the
called?
convo.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
even.
But
Okay, there we
I don't
go.
know. Some people just
I'm
don't
not the
like
best
sex that
looking, but
much.
hold
That's
on, let me
true.
find.
So
I think unless somebody has like a
I don't
certain
have
amount of
access to
trauma.
join with video. It
Is he saying
says
something?
Nah, I think he's talking to someone in his background. You can keep going.
no.
I do believe
It
unless
says I
somebody had
can't.
like some kind of traumatic experience with sex, I think that whole what if the person's not sexual? Because I believe if you're in love with somebody or really have a passion of liking this person, you're willing to do almost anything and everything with this person or with this person, depending on your feelings towards them and your emotions. Now, when you don't like somebody, you put certain rules, barriers, boundaries, and other things like that. Like everybody have like their own opinion and stuff.
I don't know what that
yeah.
means.
Hey,
To be honest,
I
bro.
can't turn my camera
Not
on
gonna
because I don't
lie.
have access to join with video. It says.
I think she meant sex too. It's certain words you can't say like
Oh
on
yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah.
platforms.
I
Yeah.
mean, when it boils down to it, I think waiting just boils down to this. If a girl doesn't wait, make me wait, I'm not gonna take her serious in the first place. Like I don't co-sign. I get the fuck you the first night. Now we're dating the whole entire time. Like I don't co-sign that because I don't think I'm that special to the point where you just seen such an amazing personality that you was willing to give me your
You just
pussy.
rated yourself a 3,000, whatever. You said
I know,
3,000.
right?
But there's people out there that are a million, bro. So like,
You're still a high number. If you have that level of confidence in that number of your own attraction, why somebody else can't see you
because
that
people
way?
are richer than me, there's people taller than me, there's people more handsome than
Okay,
me.
but some of the when you have
Somebody have to
more
see
things,
some value in you.
they have to come to you as a female.
I know, but
But if a female be bold with you like regularly, that's normal. We just regular people.
but it boils down to this. Like, if you do that one thing for me and let me crack the first night, I'm not gonna believe that you don't let other dudes crack the first night.
I'm not.
too.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That's why I say what's wrong with
see,
waiting.
I'm a selfish person. I don't want to get something as easy as someone else got it. I feel like
Wait,
I'm
but you
special.
confused me because
I'm
you
not-
was just talking about sex and stuff like that.
Well,
you
so-
was just saying a
so
very
for-
lustful description not that long
Yeah,
ago.
well, I'm a whore. Like I believe women are attracted to I believe women are attracted to experience. So like a man that can't have sex is not going to get a woman to begin with. If he can't make her come, if he can't please her in the bedroom, she's just going to end up cheating.
Okay.
So I
okay, make it sound like you're a pleaser then,
Yeah,
not
I
that
am.
you're lustful.
Nah, yeah, I'm a
there's
pleaser.
a difference.
Yeah, no, I'm a
There's
pleaser.
a big difference.
Because I don't want my woman to have too much track record either. I don't want my woman to
Yeah,
have too much
can't
of a
be
track.
too
If she got too much of a track record, I will not date her. I will. And I'm a very transparent person when it comes down to it too. Like I tell women straight up, I be like, I'm just here to fuck. I'm gonna fuck you good, but I'm just here to fuck you. Girls are, see, this is what I don't understand about men. Men feel like they have to lie, but really you don't. If you're attractive enough, if you know how to lay it down good enough, you could just look at the woman and be like, I'm just here for sex. But you cool though. I want to chill with you more.
I'm about to say, there's always
But
a
that's the
50-50.
goal. That's the goal we're here for. We're not going into a relationship. We just here to crack. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with doing it that way.
I
I mean, some females like that.
the whole. I don't think no man should be thinking in their head, oh, if I whipped to the last guy, I'm not thinking about another nigga dick. I'm not thinking about what he did with her before I met her. I don't think you should even be going and having these thoughts. Like, this is things women think of. Like, I've had girls be in my bed and then, like, they'll see certain things. How many girls have you had here? I don't go to no girl's house and be like, how many has been here?
Let me see that.
I'll make a joke. I'll make a joke here and there, but I don't think men should think like that, because then you're doing what women do as far as being all in your head about somebody's past. Now, somebody's past matters, but I also believe when you're dealing with somebody, if this person's a true whore, hoe, or whatever slang you want to give this person, that stuff will reveal itself. So
yeah.
So I think there's nothing wrong with giving it up the first night, and there's nothing wrong not giving it up. I just need to know what's the reason behind it, because a lot of times it's not a legitimate reason. Like, there's some women that's holding on to their virginity just so they don't end up like their mom, or end up with kids, or end up like this person. Like, I know people that have been virgin. Like, my best friend, she held her virginity till she was like 22, 23, and then the first person she was intimate with, he gave her chlamydia.
Oh,
so like, she did all this waiting. She did all this waiting to still end up catching something. And still end up catching something. So like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just feel like
crazy.
if what you're waiting for, you want to hold your V card for so long, and you finally do give it up, I'm hoping this person's the one that you're gonna marry. If not, you're basically just trying to be something that you're not. Because most times, if a girl gives up easy, all that means is she wants to have sex just as much as you did. And now if a guy want to walk around act like, oh, I'm gonna act like I don't want to have sex, or she don't think I'm horny, I'm not lying to myself, and I'm not lying to her. But there are certain cases where you don't have to reveal that information. I just don't think we both need to play around and act like I didn't take the girl on a date, so eventually she could be like, all right, he took me out, now I can give him this.
What do you think, Holly?
What was the topic again?
You want to explain it to her?
The question he asked, do men prefer someone to wait or not wait?
He's back.
And like, as far as having sex on the first night, or is it better to wait?
Wait, hold up. People that are on video and not in person, type in the chat when you want to speak, because we can't really tell unless your camera's on.
I don't have.
Yeah, no, you don't need to have a camera. Just if you want to talk, say something in the comment section so we know you want to talk.
I got you. My apologies.
Nah, you're fine. Go ahead, Holly.
Okay, so I honestly think I feel like having sex the first night ain't really a bad thing. But it all depends on like how long you knew the person. Like, if it's just somebody you just met and you just started kicking it, okay, cool. Once in the blue, it's cool to be a little hoe, but like, have some little standards with it though. Be classy with it, like, you know. But yeah, that's all I got.
No, that's true. That's true. Because I'm sure everyone had a one night stand before.
Not everyone.
Hell yeah, like
not everyone.
Damn near everybody.
Damn near
everybody.
You could say 85%, 89%.
Even 85 is fine with
90%.
Even if it's 90, as long as there's 1% just for my girl, I'm cool with that.
We all had that one day where we just
shit happens.
For me, it's not even just that. I know most of my longest relationships, I as soon as possible, because most time you do all this waiting, it's never worth it. And then on top of that, if I have to think to myself, who the fuck she thinks she is, that I gotta do all this waiting, and after I fuck, it's not even like we getting married. So that's why I'm saying I don't understand the point of it. And then and as the world say, women are more hornier. Why they should want it more than we do?
You got self-control.
Definitely got
Wait, so this about relationships?
Yeah. We're still in question one. We're still in question one. We're about to get to question two.
Well, what, like, does it just have to be a relationship? It can't be friends with benefits? Like, y'all don't know nothing about that.
Friends with benefits is haram. Friends with benefits is haram.
Those work.
I mean, wait, we're talking. Yeah, it is about that too, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
just
it's
relationships?
It
it's the
could
difference
be any-
between love and
Okay.
convenient access.
You could be in
Well,
So
love
I
with
guess
your friends.
convenient
Okay.
access would be.
Convenient would be like a friend with
Yeah,
benefits.
friends with benefits. Yeah.
Those really
So,
never
yeah.
work, but yeah.
I mean,
They don't.
unless
You
you
end up
somebody
catching
is friends.
feelings.
I'll tell you that shit will work. It will work.
It's mainly the girls that end up ruining them kind of thing because they end
That's
up
true, they
catching
fall in
feelings
love.
or something. They think
Oh
sex
my
equals
God.
love, and sex and love don't. They're not even in the same boat.
Not for some people.
No, I think only women really believe that. Like that's why anytime you cheat, they say you really had sex with her. I thought you loved me. Like what? I didn't even know how those two correlate.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that correlates. It correlates.
They don't correlate at all. It's because
But, I mean, I'm so sorry.
no, I think it's just
You
mainly
text.
how I
You
think it's
cheated.
just mainly how women value and how they see sex. It's not the same for a man. Like a man, like they say,
It
like
is the
men
same.
have sex with anybody. I don't think a woman like cares that much about it because they value themselves because they're getting entered in and out, in and out. So they feel like, oh my god, like he just had sex with me, he must love me, and all these things, like all these random feelings that don't exist. It's all in her head that she's making up.
Damn, so you don't be feeling that feeling?
Do I feel that feeling?
You better say the right answer.
Ain't no right answer.
There's the right answer.
Nah, ain't no
I'm
right
looking
answer.
at the person.
Gonna get in trouble.
There better be a right answer.
Gonna get in trouble, man.
I won't be getting in trouble. I've had sex before and not been in love with the person at all. Now
That's
I
true,
don't
that's
I don't
lust.
think I don't like to compare the two because then that's how you could like start using manipulation tactics to make somebody fall for you. They're like, oh, like I use protection with everybody else, but I go raw with you. I don't think
That's weird.
I don't think that's enough. I don't think
I ain't
that's
gonna
enough.
lie, that's how I know they're lying to me.
That's what I'm saying. But like some people could be telling the truth.
Oh, hell
I just
no.
don't think that level of manipulation is worth like being an excuse. That's why
That's
I don't think sex means like you have feelings for this person now. If you have it in a certain way, like how intimate you guys are before the sex, like what leads up to that. Because some guys could give you the same experience to another girl. So like, what's the separator other than the person? So I think that's when like the problems start to like happen. Like I don't even believe love has anything to do with sex. I think love is more of an action, just not that one. Because love has a lot to do with like sacrifice. Like if you're in a relationship with a girl and like let's say she has to be at work or she has to be at school at a certain time, you could sacrifice your sleep, waking up early to make sure she's able to get to that place on time. And the same with a girl. If she knows you work late, all right, babe, I'm gonna stay up late cooking for you. I'm gonna miss out a little bit on sleep. I think love is more like the amount you're able to sacrifice for this person rather than I did this. Like I don't think it's like a bragging thing. I think it's sacrificing something that you really wouldn't do all the time for this person.
Mhm.
That's why you'll hear people saying,
I
"Oh,
agree with that.
like with
I agree
parents,
with
like when
that.
parents abuse kids or when they hit kids or discipline them, they're like, oh, I'm doing this out of love because this is not something they want to do, but they have to do this to teach you, unless they give you constructive criticism."
All right, he's next.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? Go ahead.
So, like, I agree with the gentleman right there in the middle. Like, I really do. Like, I agree 100%. Like, gentle parenting. Okay, so me being a first time father. Of course, my son's only 4 months old, about to be 5. Like, he's still a toddler. He doesn't know from right from wrong. Of course, there's no need to, of course, like smack him or anything. But like when he gets to like an age of where he is walking, grabbing things, like communicating, understanding a little bit, knowing who their parents are, and knowing that they have rules. Like once he gets to that age, we're gonna at least like set some rules, like, go to bed at this time. We're not gonna be like, gentle parents where they let their kids do whatever they want. I was raised of like basically like in the early 90s and 2000s era. So my mom was born in the 80s and she kind of gave me the same treatment growing up as she did. So me getting a switch outside from the backyard or whatever she could find just to whoop my ass if I got out of line. And that's how I would do it for my son if he got out of line. But that's just my opinion. And the love whole thing, like you agree. I agree with that. Like you have to make sacrifices. Um I had to make a lot of sacrifices for myself. Even she had to as well. She made a sacrifice of, letting me go out to Ohio to do some land nav with my buddy, and she had a sacrifice of being alone with the kid. So, like, it does take a lot of sacrifices. It really does. And with people nowadays saying, "Oh, I love you," and fucking you the next day, yeah, like fucking with them and shit, and saying, "I love you" and everything. It ain't love. That ain't real love. So I agree with the gentleman right there in the middle.
Yeah, not for real. Next question. Have you ever realized mid relationship that you were being used for comfort more than genuinely valued?
Yeah, I have.
Explain.
Um, Actually, my recent relationship I just got out of, so I
Yeah.
definitely will explain.
Okay, yeah, give us the tea.
Yeah,
So,
please.
this guy, I've talked to, like, when we first met, I was young. How old was I? Hold on. I was like 17,
Okay.
17. And I was going through a lot. I just graduated, chilling. We just moved. I was living with my dad. We moved into my stepmom's house. So this was my right out of high school. I got a job. It was a right down the block where my dad allowed me.
Yeah.
And I picked up a later on shift and I met this guy.
Yeah.
We kept looking at each other throughout the store, and then eventually I stood till closing even though I wasn't supposed to, because I was interested in him but I was shy.
Yeah.
And then he
Right.
came up to me because he realized I stood over them what I was supposed to. We start talking, things go good. Our first year, it was okay. We was doing good. We didn't do much. We was very adventurous, spent good time with each other. And honestly, I was kind of insecure back then because past relationships,
Yeah.
and I was young. I was still very immature. I didn't know as much as I know now. And we would hang out a lot. Like we seen each other like every day because I was scared that he was going to be cheating on me because he would always be on his phone. And I didn't like that. And since we was very adventurous because of that,
Yeah.
like our relationship at the beginning is different than what it was months later when I found out he was cheating.
Oh,
This is why I say trust your intuition. Trust your intuition because your gut never lies. Coming from a very spiritual girly, your gut never lies. Trust that shit. But so I found out he was cheating. I really didn't care because he was cheating on her with me. They were long distance. And this comes back to the beginning of our conversation where she said, I will never do long distance. This is exactly why you should never do long distance. Because, baby, there's always someone in person. I don't care. There's always someone in person. Coming from experience, you don't do that shit.
Shit, who you supposed to cuddle with on those lonely nights, man?
Exactly. Them cold nights.
Yes, sir.
Depressing. Anyways. So I found out he was cheating on me with her. And I told him to cut it off. Like, cut that shit out. If you want to be with me and we're in person and this is why you're talking with me and you like me more now, leave her alone.
Of course.
Okay. Years later into our relationship. Right?
Yeah.
I gave him that trust. We was doing good. We both worked at the same job.
Yeah.
Within that time, my dad kicked me out. My dad had kicked me out for dyeing my little sister's hair, and I left. He was right up the block from me. I went to his house. They accept me in his household.
Yeah.
So we're doing really good. Like, we was really good without them years. We will go to work together. We'll always have money. We'll spend time. We were good. Like, he wasn't on his phone that much. Why would he be? I'm right here. So he shouldn't be on his phone. But everything was good. Like, we had a good relationship. We ended up moving up here in Harrisburg.
Yeah.
And, well, y'all know what I mean. And eventually it's like it changed. There was a shift. And it's like I felt like something was going on. Whole time, I eventually found out he never blocked that girl out his life. Never did.
He was still getting some
Never
buns.
did. Well, I don't know about that, but emotionally there was still something there.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like I said earlier with my answer, I believe that when you love someone, it's emotionally, like it's physically, you love them within their soul, like it's spiritually, it's everything.
Yeah, mind, body,
So
and
it's
soul.
like, yeah. The fact that he went that far just to stay in contact with her and like
yeah, he
keep
her.
that going on. It's like you still loved her. Like
you're
trying to love me, but you loving her even more each and every day. Yeah. So it's like eventually I seen that.
Yeah.
And then I left. But there was things that went on in between. I don't want to put my business out there that much, but he did a lot of fucked up shit. Oh, so it's like, I'll say one thing. I was at work and obviously we live together and we share a room. I have a lot of stuff. So my stuff was in a balcony room. That was our storage. And one day while I was at work, I didn't text him because I went on break late. And he knows my break is usually around 1:30. And out of nowhere, because we had bumped heads that morning, he decided to take all my stuff, pack it in a U-Haul, and move it down to my hometown where my dad lives, which is about an hour away. He didn't even tell my dad. He just popped up at my stepmom's house at that. It's not even my dad's house. This is my stepmom's house. So, there has to be boundaries. Yeah. It's not my family's house. Like, this ain't our property. You don't pop up at my dad's where he's living and just expect them to take all my stuff. So,
he said, fuck yeah, I'm taking all this shit.
When I had went on break and I didn't check my phone. Yeah. It happened around when I was at break that all this was happening. So I left my phone alone. I get out of work and then I found out that happened. So it's like after I found out that happened, I knew there was something going on. Yeah, because ain't no way you gonna just move me out like that. That's weird. Yeah. And then he kept suspecting I was cheating and doing all this stuff because I'm a very friendly person. I'm not gonna lie. But I like being friendly because I'm lonely. I don't have friends. So I like talking and meeting acquaintances. Yeah. It's like I'm never going to turn someone down, but I ain't going to lie. If you want to be my friend, I'm not going to text you. I don't hold friends on that fast. Like, I don't do that. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry for anyone I know seeing this that I met as an acquaintance. Like, we're probably never going to text. I'm so dry. And if you see my phone, you'll see. And I have like, I kid you not. What they say? 514? Yeah, I don't answer nobody. Proof. Nobody.
You said being used and what?
No, have you ever realized mid-relationship that you were being used for comfort more than genuinely valued?
No, I never realized that. I don't mind being used. I think if you're not being used, you're useless. And I don't like being useless. So like if the person was using me, then like I had to be using them in some way too. And I never like look at it in that way. Because I feel like once you start looking at it like that, then you can start thinking this person's not really being genuine with you. Then you start overthinking so much shit, probably question if you should be in this relationship or not. And I think once you're in that headspace, and like it makes no sense even being with this person. Now there are times where like I'll say like maybe after a relationship, if you like think hard on it, you could possibly think, all right, this person did me dirty here and there. Is it possible that
I'll be right back.
I was being used in this way? So like I guess like I've dealt like in the past I've been with like females that was like heavily depressed and like was really like either suicidal or didn't have that much confidence in themselves, dealing with different kind of insecurities. And then like I realized like how draining that kind of stuff can be. So in that way I can see it, because sometimes I think people that overthinks or battling with depression, they don't like realize they do it, but it can somewhat either be draining you or manipulating you in some kind of way to the point that they like using you for like your good energy or just to put a smile on their face. So like other than that, I don't really see myself being used in any other way because I don't look at it like that. And the comfort thing, I think most people I ever talked to like either looked at me in that kind of way, just with my personality, the way I can make somebody feel, and things like that. But other than dealing with that kind of people, then I don't see myself looking at it ever in that kind of way. Cause I don't know. I think that kind of stuff is like foolish. I think if you're dealing with somebody, they should be able to get some kind of stuff from you, and like vice versa. Like if I bring no value to the girl that I'm with, then she shouldn't even be talking to me. So I wouldn't mind if a girl would like use me and stuff like that. I never think to myself, "Oh my God,
That's
she
because
used
I
me.
got that at home.
Oh my God, she used me for this. She used me for that." I don't really think like that. Like I know there's some guys that like they pocket watch themselves about how much money they spending on a girl, and probably be like, yo, after the breakup, I need my money. Like
Oh, that's weird.
I don't think it's
That's
weird. Nigga should
Nah,
get his
that's
money
weird.
back, but
That's weird because you brought it for them, like out of emotion at that time. Like I buy a lot of stuff for my spouse too, though. Like so, it's like if y'all both buying each other stuff throughout that time, I feel like you shouldn't want that money back because y'all both probably spent an equal amount on
Yeah.
each other.
I don't know
Maybe
about
I don't
equal.
know.
I know no girl ever matched
Look,
how
me-
much money I spend.
I'm about to say me. I'm a spoiler, but I'm pansexual, so it's like I date women and men
Yeah.
and anything in between. So
Oh man.
that's why I say it's about body, mind, and soul. I feel like that's why I probably come from a different perspective because
Yeah.
it's like when you date anyone, it's not about sex, not about all that. It's
Yeah.
about actually like getting to know who's who, like
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
within the body you own.
Yeah.
Like now I'm no spiritual shit, but I can't help myself.
Yeah, I think all that stuff is true, but like if you're not
But-
attracted to the person, you don't like talk to the person, or you don't enjoy having sex
Oh
with
yeah,
this
attraction
person,
matters.
then I think
Mhm.
all the other stuff are just nice buzzwords that people like to use. They're like I like personality, but when you first look at somebody, you can't tell if they have a good personality. It has to be some kind of attraction, whether
Yeah.
you hear them making jokes or other things like that. So like I think stuff like that is important.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I would say for me, did I ever realize something mid-relationship? Yeah, but it wasn't really necessarily through actions. So I'm a very transparent person, so I like to keep the playing field very transparent too. Like I have rules, regulations on how we got to communicate. If not, I replace you. So back when I was single, I'd have a roster of 5 women. These 5 women, I liked them for different reasons, but I'd fuck all 5 of them. So I had a roster of
Oh,
5
that's
women.
crazy.
And there was plenty of women on there that openly admitted they was using me. I had girls saying they was using me for my dick. I had girls say they was using me for my height. So it was okay for them to use me in that circumstance because I wasn't interested in dating any of those women to begin with. I was just enjoying myself. Like I had a woman that was real good at cooking. So whenever I wanted to have the enjoyment of a woman bringing me a plate, I'd invite her over. It was just different people used for different use cases. And I think that's how most men should do it while they're single. Now, when you're ready to settle down, which you got to have conversations with yourself and really understand if you are ready to settle down, that's when you calm down and realize, okay, a girl can't have it all, but I want her to have these specific things that are the most important to me. So, yeah, that's how I operate. How about you, Holly? You next.
Me?
Yeah, you're next. The question was, have you ever realized mid-relationship that you were being used for comfort more than genuinely valued?
Look, I'm gonna be real. I only been in 2 relationships my whole life. So I'll go back to when I was probably 16, 17. Okay, so I met this boy on Snapchat, whatever, we snapping and shit. My mom is strict on me. She don't let me leave the house. I'm Miss Cinderella. I have to clean, the boys go out. I have to do everything. So bitch like me, I ran away. I left.
And you did.
I left. And I went to go
And
meet
I ran away.
after I said like me and him, we were talking for about like 6 months. And I fucked with him. Like, I start catching feelings. That was like my first time actually not meeting somebody, but we FaceTime, we fall asleep on the phone and shit. And then I noticed he started getting dry. So I'm like, somebody stole my hoe. Somebody stole my bitch. So I'm like, okay. So it's time to pack my bag. It's time to go make a trip. And that's exactly what I did. So anyway, I was on a run. I went to go see him. He was only really there. He told me that he wanted a relationship. He gave me relationship treatment through text. But like when I went to go see him, it was mainly more about sex this, sex that, or asking me for things. And me being young and dumb, I gave it to him because I liked it. I liked him. And I liked it. What the fuck? Anyways, I thought that was love. Anyways, my dumbass ended up having a baby with this dumbass.
Oh shit.
That is love.
So this dumbass is he's a baby daddy now. And he ended up getting kicked out of his mom's crib. So I went back home. Obviously, my mama tried to be nice on me so I won't run away no more. So I was kind of taking advantage of that because now I have freedom. Now I could do this. Now I could do that. I was a sweet ass little girl. I'm not gonna lie. I was so sweet. And then he just lying to me, cheating on me. I start finding bitches in his phone, fucking sex videos, all types of shit. Why the fuck the nigga on my Snapchat asking bitches if he want to have a threesome with me? And like, oh hell no. Oh hell no.
He was asking
Not
for
in my-
threesomes without her permission.
Not in my house. No. So I forgave him, but I was always the type.
Wait. Did you just say so I forgave him? Like that was the reason you forgave him? He was about to cheat on you?
Bro, I literally forgave him for doing that. Like, I was like, you don't do that shit. Da, da, da. I'm young. Mind you, I'm young. So I'm like, you don't do that. Da, 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 da. So mind you, it kept fucking happening. Like, this time, we're not just texting. He's not just texting bitches. You're fucking bitches now. So, I'm not gonna lie, that shit really hurt. And I just kept letting it go. Like, I kept forgiving him because he would, like, always be like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Don't leave me. I love you. Like, he would try to manipulate me. He would manipulate me, and I will feel bad and shit. So I forgave him and forgave him and forgave him and forgave him and forgave it. Until I never cheated on him. I always stayed loyal. I never did anything. I just forgave him. I thought that was love because I was young.
That was love.
Okay. So fast forward, a bitch have her baby. The fuck? I'm fresh postpartum in this bitch. Why this hoe ass nigga gonna try to cheat on me? Mind you, I'm going through so much emotions. Like, I'm starting to accept my new body. Like, it's hard. When you just have a baby and you're just like seeing what, everything. It's like, how could you do that to me at my, my lowest for real? Yeah. So mind you, I'm like, cool, I've never cheated. But fuck around, I ended up cheating. And I had the time of my motherfucking life. Okay.
You was good up to the point you cheated.
You was.
Playing your role, accepting that pain.
That's great.
Look, I was done. I was done.
It, but hey, she was being strong. I mean,
I was so done because, mind you, the reason why I
some people in the room think she probably should have stayed solid. I would say
some people. It's me.
Okay, Zogod thinks she should have stayed there and kept getting her ass cheated on like she's supposed to. Me personally, I think it was cool that you left. I don't think any woman should allow that to happen to him. But I will agree, it is a strong woman that can allow that to happen to him on multiple occasions.
Bro. Yeah. Bro. It literally went up to like, I was 16 to 20.
That's 4 years.
Damn.
That's a college
Baby,
degree.
I've been getting cheated on.
In his sleep.
I was getting cheated on all them years and I didn't cheat back.
That's a
so
college
I'm like,
degree right there, man.
Like, come on now. And then like, I was just like, I started becoming this angry girl. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I started being so rude to him. When I forgave him, I didn't trust him on any social media. I didn't want him to have social media. And that's not me. And it's just like, I can't trust you. I don't have that trust with you anymore. And he's like, you're just insecure, da-da-da-da. You're overreacting. So I'm like, bitch, how the fuck I'm insecure? What? Like, it wasn't... But anyway, so the reason why I cheated is because This motherfucker is over here hiding his motherfucking phone. I'm not dumb. You coming home from work, where's your phone at, bitch? You don't never watch TV. Where's that phone at? You're not even scrolling, checking the time, nothing.
Quick
Who's
pause. Mr. Stripes, here's the rules. It's popcorn speaking. Everybody goes once at a time. You disobey the rules, you get kicked out. That's the rule. All right, Holly, you still got stuff to say? Or are we moving on to the next person?
you can move on to the next person.
All right, go ahead, my boy. What's his name? What's something I could say? MC. Go ahead, MC.
Me?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, I was gonna say you can continue. I'm like getting ready to head out, but I'm still gonna be here. Just give me a couple minutes so you can pass on to the next question or something.
Yeah, we'll move on to the next person. Thank you for joining.
You're good. I'll be right back. I'll let you know when I'm back.
Yeah, no rush. All right, we're gonna go back to you. Which hurts more, being abandoned or realizing you was never truly chosen in the first place? So if a just leave you, does that hurt more? Like he's like, all right, I had enough with you, I'm good. Or the that's like, yeah, by the end of the relationship, he just say to you, man, he wasn't my choice anyway. I was just fucking for fun. Which one hurt more?
Probably the second one. Probably the second one.
Why is this?
Because it's like, if it was good and like nothing happened, and you just come to me one day and tell me that, I think I'm gonna be heartbroken. Like, I'll get over it, but I think that's gonna take more of a toll on me, like when I'm trying to sleep at night, than being abandoned. Because it's like, fuck, man. Because
it's like I
don't care about people. Yeah, like if you abandon me, I don't care. Because I don't know. I feel like if you do that to someone, you're weird. Like that's weird. Because y'all can always talk about things. Like y'all don't gotta go talk about it as in like we're gonna make it better, but y'all can talk about it and just let it go. Like be mature about it. That if you abandon someone, I feel like that's very immature.
Yeah, it's like some middle school shit. Out of pocket. How about you, Zoga?
I think it's just somebody just abandon you, just like they just stop all communication with you. I think that's a lot worse because like that's like if you guys just slept together, y'all both went to sleep, and then you wake up and you don't see them. It's almost like they didn't even exist. Like you were saying, but as far as the whole ghosting in person, I think that's a lot worse because it's pretty much them saying it without saying I'm done with you, and I think like. Cause it's almost like a cliffhanger. Like you don't know what you did, you don't know what causes, why this person decided to do this. I think that's a lot worse than somebody just telling you they was using you for your body, your money, or anything like that. Cause like you can see if like they're lying. You don't know if they saying out of anger or they don't know no other way to break up with you. Cause I know a lot of times, at least sometimes a lot of times people try to when they break up with somebody, they try to make it seem like it's your fault so they can always come back to get back with you. Now, they just abandoning you. You're just in disbelief and you don't know what's going on. So you just have all the questions with no answers.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say abandoning. I'd agree with you. Yeah, abandoning is much worse just because, like, you don't know why they left. Like, at least if someone just says, I used you at the end of it, especially for a guy, it's like, at least I got some pussy out of it. But, like, if a person just abandoned you, now you got to think, what part of myself is not attractive? And if they're not willing to give you an answer, you're never going to be able to improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'd say abandonment too. I don't know if Holly's still here. I see her commenting, but it looks like she left.
Yes, she says, not gonna lie, both will hurt me. I don't care.
It'd be like that.
Holly, you joining back for your turn or are we moving on?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad because I've abandoned so much people. That's just like, I don't know, an instant.
Move on, I got you. What are early signs someone sees you as convenient instead of important? So what's some early red flags you could see that basically say, okay, this person doesn't really value me as a human being?
If you make it all about sex. That's like one of the main things to me. If you make it all about sex, and me, I don't like meeting up with people like this. Yeah. Like, even though I'm here right now doing that, but like, different. Yeah, this is different. So it's like when it comes down to the other thing, I don't know. I don't like meeting people that fast because I don't know them. I don't know what they're capable of. Especially for my type of people. Like my type, you gotta like they gotta be taller than me and like
Yeah.
up there. They gotta be muscular. Like
Yeah.
you gotta be bigger than me.
Yeah, of course.
Like you gotta have that weight on you. So it's like compared to me, I would be scared of my type. Like because my type they look like they could probably be some. So it's like I don't know. And coming from like a bad past where I've experienced that and
Yeah.
like seeing it, it's like I don't know, it's a trigger. So it's like I don't know. It's weird.
How about you, Zogan?
All right, say the convenient part again.
What early signs someone sees you as convenient instead of important? So basically, what's some signs as a man that you can see in a woman that basically tells you that you don't mean shit to her?
If my needs aren't being met, or if I'm telling her to do something that she doesn't like, she refuses to listen.
Yeah.
So like there are like I think it really depends on like if you're giving to her way more than she's given to you. That's how you can tell like how important you are in her life. Like, you know, there's always a girl that say, "Oh, my phone is dry, I don't talk," like all this other kind of stuff. But then like once like that beginning stage, like that honeymoon stage, she's like texting you like really fast. So if it's always something else being put over you, that's how you can tell how important you are to them. Like there's some girls that like the first thing that's on their mind is they man, the first person they texting is they man, like all these things. So like if I'm being put second, third, fourth, fifth, like that's how you can tell how important you are in this person's life. Like if we just got home, if she's been home all day and I just got home and she just didn't cook, I could just tell that she doesn't give a fuck about me eating. So things like that, I think those are early signs that you can tell if somebody doesn't like value that much. And I think for on the female side, such like if how you could tell if a man doesn't like truly value, like I won't even say if him just not buying you things, if him not just investing in who you are as a person, like if he's not either trying to put you on game when it comes to like anything that you don't have knowledge of or access to, or teaching you something, that's how you can tell he like he doesn't give a fuck about you. Like if he's quick to want to leave you or anything like that, anything's an argument, that's how you can tell you value very little to this man. And I think a lot of times with women, like they like how high they see sex and all these little cute things and all these little signs, I think they end up getting manipulated and they feel like this man values them when they just doing a lot of little things to make you feel good about yourself, and you have that high and you can always go back to it when he's treating you terrible. Yeah. So a lot of times, a lot of guys, they will love bomb these women in the early beginning of the relationship. So when he starts cheating on you, beating on you, or doing any of these things you weren't originally like, you can go back to a past memory and be like, oh, remember when you did this? And that's how you can tell how little this man values you.
Line the puzzle piece up.
That's that real manipulation shit.
Yeah, so yeah, I think and depending on what level of a man you are, it's not that hard to manipulate women, and it's somewhat the same for a man. Or you gotta to get a man's heart or get a man to really like you, all you have to do is feed into this ego. You feed into ego, you could control this and make him do anything you want. And then
Little
I'll say
can manipulate you. Manipulation is a thing you learn as you're younger.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie.
like
everyone manipulates someone.
Yeah, like you a daddy's little
something.
girl. Somebody like you start crying because you want a particular item, and then your dad gives you it. Mm-hmm. You're a mommy's boy. Like you start having an attitude with another female, so then your mom come for your back and handle whoever that girl is. So I think once you like know the game, it's like easy. And I think sometimes a lot of times both genders like confuse somebody being convenient, because like if the person's not going out of his way or showed no attempt to go out of their way, then that's how you can tell how important you are. Like I'll give one last example and I'll be done.
Yeah, go for it.
When me and my girl first started talking, we both lived an hour apart. So even though she worked third shift and I worked first shift, I worked 7 to 5, and then she worked 3 to 11. I would still go drive to her house while she's off work and pick her up, take her home, chill with her, and then go home or go to work in the morning, whether it's 5 a.m. to go home and shower, change clothes, or go to work from where she's her house to my job. So like little sacrifices like that, it can at least show you're important enough for somebody to want to travel. But then sometimes that can also be a manipulation too, because he could be doing this. All right, I'm gonna show this girl I could do this. I'm gonna get my way with her. Then that. So
Yeah. I'd say ways that you could tell if a man sees you as convenient. I'd say it's really just based off how much attention he gives you. Like women's number one want is attention. So if a man's not giving you that much attention to begin with, then he doesn't have much interest in you to begin with. Like I was saying, like when it came to back when I was single and I had that roster, I'd only text these the day before I'm about to fuck. I'm not sitting there texting them all throughout the week because I don't want them to catch feelings for me, and I don't want to catch feelings for them. There's already something about them that I don't like a little bit, and I always make sure there's something about someone that I don't like a little bit if I'm just on them, because I don't want to catch those feelings to begin with. It needs to not be able to work for me to treat you like a hoe. So I'd say it just really just boils down to how much attention is he giving you. Is he texting you good morning? If he's texting you good night? And I know a lot of women fall into that trap with these types of men because they get attracted to men that don't seem like they're clingy or desperate or in need of constant attention. So for men that are being boys in that era, it works out really great for them because it makes you seem mysterious and distant. But for men that are actually trying to find like a real relationship, it becomes real difficult for them because you love this person, you care about this person, you want to text them all the time. But then if it's too early and you're texting them 24/7, they're just going to think you're a clingy individual. So I feel like that's the main thing when it comes to men. Now, for women, I'd say the way to tell if a woman's just treating you as convenience, how much of your money is she trying to spend? That's really what it boils down to. Girls,
That's also true.
girls that like you a lot will not try to spend too much of your money because they're thinking, oh my God, if I try to spend too much of his money, he's going to think I'm a gold digger. They'll wait a little bit. They're going to spend your money a lot, trust me. But they going to wait a little bit, couple months, and then once those months are over, they're like, okay, this my he got to buy me shit. But in the beginning, they're not going to be like, buy me this, buy me that, buy me this, buy me that, because then you're going to think they're a gold digger and you're going to leave, and then it works against them. So I'd say it really just boils down to money now. If she's trying to spend your money a lot, that means that she's just there for two things, bro. Dick and bread. Dick and bread. That's all she wants. That's all she wants.
Sometimes it just be bread.
Exactly. Sometimes it does just be bread. You got weak dick. You can be ugly. But if you have enough money, she's going. How about you, bro? I saw you said you back. Five seconds. I'm moving on.
Sorry, I was going through a bad.
Now you're fine. Are you good to talk?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. You good to talk?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm driving right now, but what's the question?
The question was, what are early signs that someone's just treating you for convenience? They're not necessarily treating you as someone that's of importance or someone that they love or care about.
babe, accept that person.
That's easy. If they're with you from the beginning to the very end, watch what they do. Watch what they ask for all the time.
Exactly.
Seriously. If they ask for a dick multiple times, that you're giving it to her or you're giving him fucking pussy, you're giving it to him all the time, whatever.
Yeah.
You just gotta watch out for that. You gotta watch out for how many times they ask and everything. Then you can see what they're actually using you for.
Exactly.
Because us men, we can, we can be providers and shit, and the women can be the same way. I'm not dissing on any women that are independent or anything, because like my mom was independent.
He had me up to the women being providers part, but go ahead.
Yeah, because like my mom was independent. She was an independent mom for like 16 years. So like I give kudos to her. So like I know there's other women like her out there that are independent and strong. So like us men, we're always the ones that always build the castle.
Yeah.
While the women come in looking for their Prince Charming. So in my case, like I said, it doesn't sum up the fact with that, but it really does. because all you got to do is look at for both parties of what they're mainly asking for all the time. It could be every once in a while, but it could be every day. It don't matter. It's just what they want. And if they just want you, all cool. Just you in general. That's true love. But at the same time, if it's just something like with like accessories and convenience or substances, whatever, yeah, that's a no-go. That's a red flag in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I mean, it's really just based off their actions. I mean, if they're asking for too much dick, they want dick. If they're asking for too much money, they want money.
What are you
If they're
horny?
asking for
Right.
too many drives, they just want to ride everywhere. So like
Right.
women do use you, but when they like you, they limit how much they're going to actually use you compared to the future. So I definitely agree with you.
You right.
100%. All right, we're going to move back to you. All right. Do people stay in a relationship because they are in love or because starting over sounds exhausting?
I guess it can be both. It could definitely be both. It
So,
just
have you
depends
ever
on
stayed for
who.
that reason? Just because you
For
didn't want to
both.
start over?
Yeah, I've done both. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes you just deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, at that point, you can make it feel like an open relationship. As bad as that sounds, but it's like people have those. Like
Yeah,
they're
it
just
works
open
for them.
relationships. You do you, and you have someone you can go to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah. As long as everybody stays protected and safe and
Mhm.
healthy, I don't see nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah.
How about you, Zoga?
I don't. I do think a lot of times it's more of an attachment, not real like genuine love. Like sometimes people be together so long they can't see themselves with anybody different. So even if they are both male and female, they both going through. They have their turmoil. They getting cheated on consistently. Like a lot of things happening. Like they're thinking more like, do I really want to start over, or do I want to put up with this man that's cheating? So they're trying to like tell themselves nice lies or vent to themselves about why they should be staying with this person. But when they tell it to somebody else, they'll say all these bad things, and the person will vent to them saying, like, you probably should leave this person, but then they will go against the stuff they're saying. They say you don't know how bad you have it in the relationship until you tell somebody else, and then you start seeing all this person's like flaws. And I think a lot of times it's not even like genuine love, because if you go through years with somebody, why would you want to start over? Most people don't even like trying new things, let alone start over with a whole completely different person. Because a lot of times the people that be in relationships for like 5, 6, 7, or anywhere over 5 years, it's really hard for them to get back out there, whether they lose game on talking to a man or a woman, or just their tolerance is so low because they're so used to a particular thing. Like if you've been in a relationship with a girl for 8 years and you're used to home cooked meals, sex this day, somebody talking to you, being somebody having a shoulder to lean on, and then being with a whole completely different person that don't feel like cooking or don't want to talk to you every day, like that kind of stuff is like hard to navigate through when going back into the dating world. And I think a lot of times it's more of an attachment, and like, come on, we've been together for this long. Like that's why you'll hear all these people that's been in relationships for a long period of time, and a relationship is really going nowhere. Like most people, when they're getting into a relationship, they don't know that they're about to be with this person 5, 6 years. They don't know that this person is gonna cheat on them, because like most times people aren't even thinking of what's the plan of this relationship. People don't have these kind of conversations. So I think it's more of starting over than it is love, because if it was love, you guys would talk about, we're still together because we got over this, we overcame this, and then you'll start talking about the sacrifices you both made to make sure this relationship stayed the way it is, rather than, I like, why would I leave this guy, I've been with him for X amount of years or X amount of time. If you're thinking the reason you should stay with somebody is because you've been together this long, you shouldn't be with that person.
True.
Because you could be with somebody for 6 years and then be with somebody else for 5 months and feel more closer to the person with less time than the person with more time. So everybody get a different version of you, and there's there's some people that just scared to put themselves back out there, and that's why a lot of women will put up with a man just cheating on them. That's why there's some guys that they've been cheating a whole relationship and they finally get cheated on and they still stick it out with this person because they don't see themselves really going back out there dealing with another bitch.
That's crazy. Now, I'd say to answer that question, I'd say people do stay out of exhaustion, but me personally, I ain't doing that shit. I feel like it really boils down to what you think you're capable of. So people stay out of exhaustion because it's not really the fear of starting over, because starting over could be exciting. You're going to go through the honeymoon phase again. You're going to be able to do all these wild, exciting things. You're going to have bomb ass sex again, because after you've been dating someone for more than a year, the sex be bomb, but it don't be as exciting. It's what's expected. It's like, okay, he's going to make me come. I'm going to make her come. We're going to try new positions every now and then, but there's only so many positions you could try, and there's only so many positions you can do with a certain type of person. I don't know about all that, but but like,
Boring.
but yeah, like, but like, I think it really just boils down to a fear of, do you think you can get another person? So if you're confident you can replace your girl, especially replace her with someone better than her, you're not going to stay. Not as a man, not just because of exhaustion, because not only do you get the excitement of starting over, but you get the excitement of being single again. So you can go find a better bitch, fuck her, and then start fucking mad bitch. So I feel like for men, when it really boils down to it, boils down to opportunity. A man that's staying out of exhaustion, he's staying because he's not confident in his opportunity to get better than you or to get women at all. Because if he can get someone better than you, he's going to leave you. Why the fuck would he stay there with that headache on a day-to-day basis? He's just going to leave you and replace you with someone that look like one of these bad joints that be on Instagram or something like that. So yeah, it really just boils down to opportunity, in my opinion. Some people could say it's exhaustion, but I think it's really opportunity for men. For women, I'd say it's partially exhaustion and partially whether or not she became complacent in a relationship. So if the woman let herself go a lot in a relationship, she's going to deal with more shit. Because at the end of the day, she understands that what she looked like in the beginning of a relationship to compare to what she looks like now is not at the same attraction level. Now, if it's nothing like that and she been on her P's and Q's and all that good stuff, a woman probably going to leave you faster than a man does. Statistically speaking, they leave 80% of the time. So, and that's just because if you're an attractive woman, you have options. There's no reason for you to stay in that damn relationship. You can go on Facebook and just find the next with a click of a button. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, but you also got to think a lot of people live in a scarcity mindset. So like, even if they do have like quote unquote a badass, like
I think someone tried to join. Go ahead.
Oh. Sometimes with living in a scarcity mindset, even if you believe, because if you pulled her, you should be able to pull somebody as bad or badder. But a lot of times when people like they be with somebody for so long, they really forget who they are. Like there's some women right now probably in relationships and don't realize like how beautiful they are, how sexy they are, or how appealing to other men they possibly can be because based off the treatment they're having in the current relationship they're in. That's why a lot of women be having these insecurities. I feel fat. You don't tell me I'm pretty enough. And like what this ends up doing to like the woman, it up their psyche to the point that they think they can't get better than the guy that they're dealing with. And sometimes that's true. Sometimes
a lot of the time it's true. I'd argue a lot of the time women think they can get better. They end up finding out they can't get better, and they get stuck in this cycle of being used for sex.
Exactly.
Because men that are of a higher league than you will lie to women that they know are beneath their league just to get vagina. They'll tell you all sorts of pretty lies just to get some buns. So I'd say most of the time, going from that perspective of telling the woman to feel more empowered to leave the relationship, I'd say it's a good advice, but it's one of those things where it's idealistically good. It's not always the case that it's good in practice, because a lot of the time when you're in a happy relationship, you let yourself go. You know, sometimes you'll get up and then you'll say, I'm too tired to go to the gym today. And then your significant other, if they really care about you, they're going to say, oh yeah, don't go today. Just come back into bed. Let's watch some Netflix, relax. And that's how people get stuck in that cycle of complacency, because not only is their inner voice telling them they don't want to do something to be better, their partner is telling them as well. So I think 90% of the time, a woman leaving a good situation where a man attractive loves her for her is the bad decision, unless she's getting abused or it's some crazy shit. If some crazy shit's happening, you gotta go. But like abused, cheated on, all that good stuff. But like if it's just simple stuff that's making you dislike this man, I think a lot of women should just really sit themselves down and really consider if leaving them is the best idea. Because a lot of women, they get in this mindset where they think the grass is greener on their side, they're missing out on something, stuff looks funner outside, but I'm stuck inside. It's one of those mentalities. But then they get outside and they realize all these people out here are just pretending to be happy. Most of the women out here are just getting used for sex. Like they'll see people partying online and be like, oh my God, I want to do that too. It's been years. But once they leave that relationship and go back into that lifestyle, they realize nothing's changed. The people here are just unhappy as they were when you was a part of that lifestyle. It just so happens is they're really good at faking it because they got to tell themselves these pretty little lies or they're going to feel a sort of shame with themselves. They got to say, going out and partying with my girls and fucking a random guy is fun. It's exciting. I'm just doing me. It's my soft girl era. They got to give themselves some sort of excuse to feel good about themselves when they're doing it. Because if we're going to be honest, most women don't want to be out there sport like men. They want to find their Prince Charming, build a nice family, get a nice house. They want someone that understands them for them. They want their person, but that just doesn't seem to be the same case for men. Men enjoy sport fuck. We get to brag about it. People think we're cool when we do it. Nothing bad comes from men
bragging
sport fucking.
and bragging rights. And I also say another thing that like what keeps a lot of men in toxic relationships is like they feel like they know. Like even though they could possibly get a better relationship, better emotions out of the girl they're cheating on with, but the girl they're cheating on, the person that they're cheating with on their girlfriend, there's still something that side chick has that they really don't want. That this is more of like just a side mission and just dealing with this particular girl. Like
Thanks for the gifts.
I've dealt with like different girls that was like my side and shit like that, and it like every guy that you'll have those moments you're like, yo, this girl cool as fuck.
It's like, going crazy, man.
And then it'll be like one little thing that'll just remind you of like, why the fuck would I take this girl serious? Like, I got a whole girlfriend, she wanna fuck with me and she think I'm gonna be loyal to her. Like a lot of times people they build this delusion in their brain. But then a lot of men forget how much how good their current girlfriend is.
50 gifts is crazy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, bro.
That was a deep conversation.
All right, bro. It's your turn.
Sorry, I was just driving around. What's
now
the
you're
question?
fine. Do people, I'm going to ask the question again. Do people stay in relationships because they're in love or because starting over sounds exhausting?
I mean, take me and my woman, for example. We fell in love. We thought we were good as like fuck buddies, and then like, you know, almost a year later, we just came back with each other and just kept it as that. We really did love each other.
Yeah.
It just, you have to have that bond with someone to have that, you know, like if you really love them, they'll stay with you. And then you can definitely feel the connection from someone that doesn't really want you for who you are.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it kind of like evolved in a natural way.
Yeah. So like it's very different. It all really depends on how the connection goes with the bond of the person that you're trying to be with.
Okay. But would you say that there was ever a point in your relationship where you was staying out of exhaustion or your girl was staying out of exhaustion or just the fear of starting over in the first place?
We had a fear of starting over, but then we knew that we were just meant for each other. So we know that if we had our ups and downs, we would stick it through if any means. So exhaustion is part of it, and like I wouldn't want to like leave that because like we built something already. So like why leave?
Yeah, a lot of
even if
people
it is
stay out of
exhausting.
based off of the fact of history. Yeah, I completely agree.
Like, it's not even just history; it's just exhaustion. Not only that, because like we can't find like people that want to actually be with somebody. Like everybody else said already on this podcast, like there's a lot of like hoes, man hoes. There's everything, you know.
Yes, sir.
So like I think like if someone's actually trying to work it out with you and is destined to wanting to be with you and only you got yourself that partner. Like
Yeah,
even if they are broke, even if they can't drive, whatever, you can work that. It's just all about commitment and time and sacrifice, of course.
of course.
So
All right. What are
that's
examples of silent disrespect in a relationship?
Mm.
Like not verbal disrespect
I
or
know.
physical. Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Now you're fine. I just want to go in my monologue, but you good.
No, silent. I feel like when I'm talking to you and you're ignoring me,
Yeah.
and you know I'm talking to you. Like, say you can be playing the game and I ask you to do something and you hear me talking to you and you don't say nothing back, like
Yeah.
nothing at all. Like, that's disrespectful. Don't do that. If you call me something and I tell you I don't like being called that and you continuously call me that, that's disrespectful. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it shows that you're not listening and you're continuously doing it regardless what I say.
Yeah.
And it's like you ignore it.
Yeah.
So it's like that. I don't know. That's a red flag to me too.
How about you, Zoga?
Yeah, I agree a lot with she was saying. Like those are like a lot of subtle ways someone could possibly disrespect you, even if it's in a fun, playful way.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't like see the like how serious this kind of stuff is. That's why I think a lot of people, male or female, depending on the level of disrespect they're willing to take. I believe everybody should always be prepared to like take a L at any point. Like you'd be like, all right, yo, if this keeps on going, I'm out of here. But you have to like stand on what you're saying. A lot of times people will right in a relationship, but then the person would do it again to test you.
Yeah.
Then they end up doing it again, and y'all still stay together. So it's like there's no real authority, there's no real like boundaries and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the subtle ways. If someone's trying to be respectful and saying it to you, you can look at that in a disrespectful manner, just blatantly not regarding how they feel about a particular situation.
I'd say for me, silent disrespect looks like you telling me you're going to do something and not doing it. I don't like it when people tell me they're going to do something and they don't do it. And vice versa. I won't tell anybody something I'm going to do unless I'm going to do it. So, yeah, I'd say, yeah, if you don't do the things you say you're going to do for me, if I give you advice and you don't take it, I feel like you're disrespecting me because I feel like that you silently telling me that you don't trust the direction I'm trying to lead you in, especially if I tell you to do something a certain way, you do it your way, and it doesn't go well. That pisses me off. Like she said, I don't like being ignored. You hear me talking to you, respond. You can at least do that. Or at least tell me you're busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, okay, I can't speak right now.
I agree with
Wait till the end of the game. Let me
That's
wait till the
facts.
end of this session, and then we could talk for like 20 minutes or something like that. You got to be able to communicate and stuff like that. So, how about you, bro?
So I agree with you 100% on that one. Another thing is like they don't even tell you that it like they don't like communicate, like just
Yeah.
plain old not communicating at all. It's like you know their actions speak a lot louder than words. So like in all honesty, if my woman said I'm gonna leave you, well, you're gonna have to prove that to me. Like leave that, like your actions need to prove something than your words.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you for an example, like my ex, she said she would never do anything, but I followed her up to this hotel literally up the street from my house and met a dude from Texas. So I was like, bro, how? Okay, cool. You proved it to me.
Yeah.
but you lied. So I mean, it's just things like that, like not communicating, and then if you're gonna do something, then do it. But if you're not gonna do it, don't do the opposite kind of thing. Sorry, someone's just parked in the middle of this parking lot, and I'm trying to avoid that.
That's okay. We don't need it to be for recommendation. We got enough viewers and we got enough likes. Okay. All right, we're gonna jump back to you. Why do some people only value you when you're about to leave?
Oh, say that again.
Why do
Sorry.
some people only value you when you're about to leave?
I feel like that's manipulation. Like, just straight up. That's just them trying to manipulate you
Why
into
you feel that
staying
way?
because, I don't know, they're used to you. They want you to stay. They're used to you, how you move, how you're feeling. If you don't know them that much, they just want you to stay. Like, they probably want something from you. Like, I don't know. Them people I stay away from.
Wouldn't you wouldn't say that it's them trying to put forth that extra effort to get you to stay? Like a sign that they might change for the better, just for you?
I mean, it depends how many times it happened.
Yeah. Okay.
If it's like the first time and we've been through a lot, then yeah, you get that nice little slip. But if it's multiple times, which that tends to be the case, that's why I responded like that.
I don't blame
Then,
you. I don't blame you. Experience builds who we are as a person. How about you, Zoga?
I believe it could be looked at in two ways, like what she was saying as far as the manipulation, but it also can make you like realize that like I don't I per se don't really believe in this like belief. A lot of times people want to consistently test you in a relationship to see if all right, like, cause I know girls like doing this dumbass shit where they'll say I'm leaving just to see if you're gonna chase them. I stopped doing that. I'm gonna show her I'm not showing her shit. Whatever she want to believe, allow her to believe that. But I don't think stuff like that is appropriate for a relationship if the person is serious, because like okay, like let's say they get to the point where they fully leave, and then what? Like, are the person gonna stand on what they're saying, or are they just saying this they use this as an opportunity for reassurance?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do believe as a man you should try to reassure your girl consistently or enough times that she's confident in your relationship and you're not going anywhere. So I do think it's very important for a man to do it, and likewise as a woman, if she's not doing these things, like, not saying you should overthink it, but there's a possibility that you could just start thinking like, does this girl really love me? Like, what am I doing? Like, am I doing enough for her? So I think both partners need a nice little pat on the back, whether it's a short little paragraph, you tell this person how beautiful they are, and then tell them how much you appreciate them. And that's something like I try to like really put forth in my relationship. I told like my girlfriend that we should like do these things early on in the relationship, so at any point there's not like a situation where either of the two we need to reassure each other, because we either weekly or every other week or every other day we are reassuring each other, so we're not coming from a headspace of saying, oh, like this you kind of think this person might leave you. Because sometimes you do need to tell the person that you're in a relationship with all the things that you're doing, not in a throwing in their face manner, but like, I wouldn't be going this far for just anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say people only value when you're about to leave because they realize that they had something good and they're probably not going to get it again. At least that's in my experience. Like, I offer a lot of things most men don't offer. I don't cheat. I'm very transparent, very honest, very adept at talking about my emotions and letting people understand. And I listen to my woman when she tells me what she wants. Like, for instance, my woman, she likes to have 2 to 3 hour deep conversations every Sunday. So for 2 to 3 hours, me and my girl will sit down and just talk about anything. Just check if the vibe's still good enough for us to just sit and talk about nothing.
What was the last deep conversation you had?
I'd say the last deep conversation we had was last week on Sunday. We were talking about, I was watching this debate. It's a political debate, so I'm a have to use some like iffy words because anything could get us taken down right now. So it was a political debate about female self deletion of their children, and we had a very deep conversation on whether or not it was the right or wrong decision, which I'm not going to disclose here because whether I say it's right or wrong, our life will get taken down. So I'm not going to say what either party said was good or bad. But basically, the deep conversation was about females and whether they should have abortion rights and whether it's the right thing and whether it relates to our religion, whether we're religious, because I'm religious and she's spiritual. So we was just talking about like the differences in our beliefs and why we feel like it's the right or wrong thing to do.
Okay.
So that was the last deep conversation we had. But I'm gonna move on because, like
that's
I said,
good. That's good.
Very sensitive
I'm about
topic.
to say you say you're not gonna say it.
Yeah. So yeah, like my girl, she'll like communicate to me like she wants this. So I feel like if a person's threatening to leave all the time, it is a form of manipulation because either they realize that you have it real good, or they're using it as a way to pity you into staying. That's literally the two circumstances that it always is. They know that you think very highly of them, so they know if they say that I'm gonna leave, you're gonna change something they dislike about you. Like y'all's been arguing about maybe you've been speaking too loud to him or cursing him out too often recently. So he'll say some shit like, yo, if we keep on getting in arguments like this, I'm gonna have to leave you because this isn't healthy. This is very toxic. And he'll convince you that it's toxic so that you stop arguing with him for at least a couple months. So it could be a form of manipulation, but it also could be a form of manipulation in the type of way that he's just trying to make you feel bad. Like what your friend was saying earlier when she said that the guy kept on saying that he was going to self-delete himself if they ended up breaking up. That's a form of manipulation as well because he's making her feel very guilty about leaving. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. How about you, bro? Why do people only value you when you're about to leave?
That's a very good question. I think they value you most whenever you're about to leave the relationship is when you are actually are like making improvements. Like you're not downgrading, you're upgrading pretty much. Like, for example, my one ex, she got jealous of me because she's like, I'm very happy for you that you have a family. And she said, I wish I had that. And I looked at her, I said, well, you fumbled. Like, that's not my fault.
Yep.
So, like, there's things that people...
Wait, how did she fumble?
Like, okay,
that's what you look up for, bro.
Look. Okay, I'm not gonna say I'm the best looking or like a good person that has all the income, whatever. I'm just trying to make ends meet, whatever. But I'll tell you this: I'm a good held dad. So, like she fumbled in a way, like she downgraded. Okay, because this dude that she got with, she got pregnant, and the baby daddy kind of just. How do I say this? He tried to build an army for his own creation of different like race of people.
Fire.
So like the man has like 7 different kids with like 5 or 7 different baby mamas, bro.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Like it's not. I don't know how I felt about that. I was like, bro, how? Like, bro, I don't know, but it's just like, hey. Yeah, like that's not my fault. Like you could have had better. Like I treated her as much as I could, like a queen that she needed to be, but she just said she just needed the toxicity, and I'm like, bro, just stop with the toxicity. You just need positivity in your life. So in a relationship, you don't really need toxicity.
I'm not finished.
No, you're good. I'm finished.
Okay. I feel like every relationship needs like I'm not saying toxic to the point where you guys are gonna break up, but like some kind of like let me say it. So a lot of times women like are all on their like emotions and stuff. So like some women they like the roller coaster thing, whether like they want to like admit it or not. So like they need like certain highs and certain lows. As long as you're able to control these like these feelings and things like that, a relationship will always flow good. It's just toxic is one of those buzzwords that people like to use instead of just saying I want to be on an emotional roller coaster where as far as she just wants like some form of new experience every day. So like let's just say just a random Tuesday, you just decide to get her flowers, or it's a random Friday, you guys go to the spa or something like that, or you guys watch like certain movies that like could really like get her to tap into her emotions. And I think a lot of times men don't like realize that like a lot of the things that women say they don't like, those are all the things that they like. Like there's a lot of girls that like they don't want to. It's not that they want you to treat them like garbage, but if you leave them in charge of all their emotions, they're gonna end up leaving or destroying the relationship. So there has to be something that you're doing to always either make them feel like the prettiest girl, but then also bring them down so they know that not only are they just the prettiest girl, like this is the girl that you chose and you decided to end up being with. But that's why a lot of times a lot of girls like bad guys, whether it's getting abused, getting cheated on, because she don't know what's gonna happen. She doesn't even know what she's gonna eat. So if if you're making her go through all these different emotions and stuff, I'll say for the most part mainly happy or sometimes even mad. Like I know most guys like trolling their girlfriend, like getting to be a little rage or a little mad to a certain degree. But what ends up happening is we do it. Some other guys do it in like different ways, such as cheating, just mistreating them. And even though the girl say they don't like it, there's a part of them that secretly like these things because they know that you're only doing this kind of stuff for them. Like just like girls say dumb shit like, oh, I want a guy that he don't know nobody, he don't got a social media, but they would never talk to a guy like that. These are just things they like to like say out loud. So the things the thing don't never believe what a woman say. Just believe her actions. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like that girl said she wanted a family. She met a guy that's having his own family and different like women and stuff. I'm not saying that that's the exact thing that she wanted, but it could have been a possibility that she's saying she wanted a family and that was her way of saying, I want you to get me pregnant. I want the white fence and all that other stuff that comes along with family. And I think it's very important for you to have some form of emotional intelligence with your woman, because if you don't and you let her be entitled to all these things and let her go through all these emotions by herself, the relationship will end up ending. Like I think, well,
yeah, I was waiting for a point to disagree, so I thought you was done. But wouldn't you say it's very possessive of you to try to control a woman's emotions for your benefit?
I don't think
putting her on this intentional emotional
That's
roller
if she
coaster
likes
so you
it.
get the outcome that you want at the end of the day.
No, I
don't
think,
you think that's possessive?
Nah, I think like that kind of stuff is like really important and it makes the relationship flow in like a better way. Cause like a lot of girls end up saying like, oh, I've been with this guy for so long. Like you were saying earlier, you said, oh, we've been having sex the same way, it's getting boring. Once a girl start feeling
devil's advocate,
once a girl start feeling like stuff is boring, and same for guy, they either go look for something that's more fun. So if you feel like your relationship is getting so boring because we know each other, like there's nobody on this planet you know anything and everything about. There's something new to learn about somebody with anything. Y'all could try new things. Like if the sex game is getting boring, you could start role playing, talking, toys, all different kind of things. But if you really want to be with this person, how can you really get bored with the person you want to be with? And I think all this stuff is getting boring. It's just an excuse to end up wanting to leave this person and go be with somebody else.
But would you say it's your responsibility as the boyfriend to control her into being in a enjoyable relationship? Shouldn't that all come naturally as you're doing things? For instance, if you're in a very long-term relationship, there's things you do on a day-to-day basis that keeps it interesting. You don't need to put her through this emotional roller coaster just to have her entertained. You could take her out on dates. If those sorts of dates get lame, you can take her to a museum.
That's part of the emotion. that's my bad.
Nah, go for it.
Those are part of like the emotional roller coaster I'm talking about. She's feeling in different ways, having these different experiences and stuff.
Okay, I misunderstood you then. I
yeah.
thought you was talking more so.
Nah,
like,
nah.
I made her mad on this
Nah.
day on purpose
Nah,
so she
nah.
wouldn't leave.
Nah.
I was like, hold on, wait. Now, if you thinking
I can see
going
the
on multiple
miscommunication.
dates and stuff is the emotional roller coaster, then yeah, that's just being in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm saying like because I'm
females go through emotional
Yeah,
roller
yeah,
coaster
every
on
time-
a daily basis by herself.
yeah.
So if you're trying to help her emotional roller coaster,
Yeah.
yeah.
all
Drama or some shit.
Nah, all of
balance it out.
Not all of this is just navigating the person that you're with to have these different experiences and stuff. Like I feel like if you're with somebody, that there are times where like I'm not saying you're not fully responsible for this person to change, but you can assist in some kind of way. There's some girls that's not open because I always forget those two dumbass words, introverted or whatever. But whatever those two words even mean.
Introverted.
Yeah, like there's some girls that
extroverted.
they don't like being out in the open and stuff like that. So like what you can do is like slowly try to talk her into like want to try new things. And if she really wants to spend time with you or invest in her the rest of her life with you, why wouldn't she be open to trying different things? I'm not saying like start doing certain things, but
I hope not.
yeah, but I still feel if you're with this person, you guys plan on being together for the rest of your life. Why wouldn't you guys try new things? And if she's not open to this, I don't think. Depending on what it is, that could determine how much she likes you and how much she's willing to invest in you. Like there's some girls who be like, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, that's not the girl for you. That means she's not open to no new shit. But depending on the celebrity crush she may have, if he say these same things, she's going. She's willing to do these things. So I feel if you're with somebody, you guys should be open to do different things, whether it's like I was saying with dates, playing cards at home, seeing what she likes to do, either buying it and then acting like you really enjoy whatever this stuff is. I think a lot of times people forget that whole being delusional to make the person that you're with more happy. And I think sometimes that could be what's wrong with relationships, because I don't understand how you enjoy being with somebody and after 1 year pass, you're bored with them.
And I agree.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm undefeated, man.
Next question. Have you ever cheated?
Yes.
Have you ever cheated?
Of course, bro. It's me.
Bro, have you ever cheated?
I have.
All right. We're going to start back over here. Do you think a relationship can be successful with cheating involved? You're a cheater. Just remember, you already said you're a cheater. Do you think relationship?
Did you cheat?
No, hell no. But that's besides the point. I'm hosting this time.
Okay.
I didn't apply to the question, so I skipped myself. But I didn't want to like come off like a dick or something like that.
Yes, everyone.
Yeah.
You already answered all the other questions, so.
Oh, my bad.
But
Yeah, I haven't cheated
anyways.
before. But do you think a relationship can survive with
it
cheating?
depends.
Okay.
It depends how they cheated. Because my cheat could be very different than what y'all think cheating is.
Okay.
Like, me, if you text, that's cheating.
Yep.
If you stalk a page, that's cheating.
Yep.
If y'all link up in person, that's cheating.
Yep.
If anything happens in person, that's cheating. If they was around in a certain crew and you was around them, that's cheating.
Yep.
Regardless, anything towards that fact is cheating. Like, regardless what it is, that is cheating. My cheating wasn't bad. I just texted someone else.
Oh, okay.
So it's not bad. It's an internet cheating. I did internet cheating. I count
would
that.
concede
Internet
to the
cheating
fact
is a
it's not
thing.
bad.
If you do it with someone online, that's a thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah, I
cheating.
agree.
That
Yeah.
all
I
falls
concede
under
it's not that
cheating.
bad.
Like,
I concede.
but yeah,
It could get
like if it was in
Can I say
person, then
something?
like no, I would never do that. My body is a temple.
Okay.
No, my body enters.
All right.
But-
How about you, so God?
Plenty of my relationships work with me cheating on them, whether I did it or I didn't do it. The current relationship I'm in, I'm more honest with the person I am with, so it's not like secretive or anything like that. But my previous relationships, I think if I didn't cheat, the relationship would have ended.
True.
So I do as toxic misogynist or whatever.
I don't think it's any of those.
Whatever word you think is comfortable to use. A lot of times the girls
Human nature.
Okay, you can use that too. A lot of times the girls that I was with, they didn't even realize how happy they were, and I was cheating the whole relationship. So it's like I was cheating the whole relationship, and you stopped being happy until the point you found out. Like I remember I was technically it was like a situationship, but we did act like a we did act like a couple. So it was like February, and then she found out that I fucked my ex in October, and then she trying to like get mad at me, waking up out of my sleep, all this other kind of stuff, and I'm just like, you didn't even know this existed. The only reason you're mad is because you know.
Yeah.
And I think only for a man.
So the woman can't cheat?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, that's sexist.
It is.
That's sexist.
I think more of it like there are some women that can cheat and still be with their man, but like a lot of women say, like you were saying as far as your body's your temple, I don't think a woman that's seeing their body as their temple sharing it with all these, like, you just let anybody come to your church.
Okay, so why are you going into multiple temples?
I'm a traveler.
Crusader, bro. You're praying at every temple. You're a crusader.
But I think it's more like he was saying with the human nature, even though a lot of people will disagree with it. Only us as humans are the only ones that do the whole one woman thing, step parent thing. Other animals like do the other kind of thing. As much as we don't want to say that we're not animals, we are animals.
Yeah, we're mammals.
We're mammals. We're more civilized than them, so we have order, law, and all these other kind of things. Like in the animal community, there's none of that kind of stuff. If I can beat you, I'm taking that girl. That's literally how it goes as far as like killing it. But you don't want to like go that far. But if we look into like caveman times, or even before then, there was always the attractive man or the man with the most value always had more than one woman. The only time it became a major issue is in the Western world because it's frowned upon as, oh, I'm not going to be polygamous. I'm not going to let you mess with all these different girls. And don't get me wrong. Morally, you can see it as unfair, wrong. How can you do that? You don't love that girl. How can you do it like this? She could have anybody, but she's with you. Like, there's all these like different words and stuff like that. But like, all you have to do is just ask every female, have you been cheated on? After she say yeah, do you ask her, did you stay? After she said yeah again, so you're like, okay, so are you leaving did you leave him because he cheated on you? Did you leave because you couldn't do enough? Or did somebody convince you? Because in other worlds that's not in the Western world, this kind of stuff is like practiced and it's like normalized. A guy having more than one wife. Yep. The difference between me and other guys that cheat, I can say it's wrong, but not believe that it's wrong. And also feel like, okay, I'm able to make sure my girl's happy and clear off all the boxes except if she want to say don't mess with a woman. I won't clear that box. But if I'm able to do all these things and still do other things and still make you feel more as like a woman and I'm treating you with respect, I'm letting you know all these things, is the issue more that I'm messing with other women or you have a problem because you was grown to be raised in this way? Because if you wasn't raised here, would you still have this belief? Because all this stuff is like taught to us. Even what I'm saying right now is somewhat taught, but nearly most men that have access to women cheat to some degree. So we can't, it's no way that we're all doing these same things. Same with women. A lot of women accept cheating. I don't really know any female that be like, oh, if you cheat on me one time, I'm leaving. They always give them in some way. Women would say, oh, I don't do polygamous relationships, but deal with a man with kids. He has a relationship with another woman and you're a part of that. Or he's having sex with other women and you're still dealing with him. The only difference is you're saying you're not cool with it, but still keep taking him back. And I think if a man can explain himself and like try to get you in that program, relationships will work more. And then on top of that, there's more women than men. If every man decided to be loyal to all the women, there'll be so many single women in this world. And there's some guys, there's one guy and he got 5 baby moms or something. That's jackpot. We play Smash Bros with him. There's like people like one guy that's impregnated 5 different girls.
He said, "Whoa."
So that's pretty much how I see it. The only reason I don't agree too much with a woman doing it because I think it's more of a out of spite thing. like he was saying, most girls want the whole Prince
Nah, you're
Charming.
good, bro.
Most women want the whole Prince Charming thing, like Buff Gamer was saying, and for the most part, most women that are whores or all these different slang buzzwords that you can use for that's promiscuous, it's either they got mental problems or it's not something they really want to do, or they grew up with like a lot of trauma. That's why you have all these different sayings, and on top of that, anytime another woman wants to disrespect another female, they will call them a hoe. Women try to be like men, but then end up doing it, end up liking the guy, loving the guy, and then still dealing with all these other men, and eventually cut all those men off and deal with this one female. Not saying that females can't do it. I don't think it's ideal for women to do it, even if you want to just go back to biology. A woman can only get pregnant one time, but you'll have somebody in the comments saying, "Oh, I know this one girl, she got pregnant and it's 8 months, and then she had another kid." Like it was too, like you can't. There's no. It's not possible for a woman to get pregnant 2 times and have kids 2 times within both those pregnancies. I'm not talking about twins, triplets, quadruplets, and all these other different kids that come out of one pregnancy. But even if you don't want to think about that, a man has millions and billions of sperms and spells inside of him. You really think that he mainly wants to just deal with one? I think a lot of times women know the truth, but don't want to accept it. And it's fine. It's fine. Because I think as a man, I don't honestly think that my woman only looks at me, only wants me. Even though she can say that, I think she should say these things because I should be this delusional. But there's different things that we have to accept as human beings. But there are some guys that don't want to do that. Like he's one of them. He understands it, but he doesn't agree with this level of behavior. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if you are a man, you shouldn't just be cheating and doing all these terrible things if you barely could deal with one. But that also depends on the girl you're dealing with. If you can respect her enough to have these conversations with her, to explain how things are, it should be fine. Even though a lot of people think I do all these terrible things, I manipulate my girl. She has most of my money. She can pretty much do anything and everything that she wants.
My nigga get robbed.
So it's these different things. So like as bad as I may seem, a lot of disagreeable things that I do say, if you do have an actual conversation with the girl that I'm with, I'll say I'll bet my life that I believe that she possibly is more happy with me than you are being single.
Yeah. I'd say when it comes to cheating, let me look at the question again so I can phrase this right.
You said can cheat and work in a relationship. That's what you said.
Oh, right. When it comes down to it, when it comes to cheating, my bad, guys, my bad. I'd say it doesn't work in a relationship because there's a moral disconnect. Like, for instance, if y'all are both allowed to cheat, I think that's totally fine. All for poly relationships. But when it's one-sided, that's where I say it's not necessarily fair enough for me to do it. But I'll never be a part of an open relationship either. But like he said, I do understand the biology and the science behind both of them. The men's version where the only one that's allowed to cheat works much better than when it's an open relationship. When it's an open relationship, men aren't necessarily built to endure their woman cheating on them per se. But women, they always been built to endure cheating. For thousands of years, kings have multiple wives, tribalism had multiple wives. This always been the case. Women have always been built to have that sort of pain. Until recent, I would say it switched around the 1950s, 1960s, around the whole woman suffrage and the sexual liberalization movement. That was the 1950s. That's really when it really started. But all the time prior to the 1950s, women always understood that their men was going to have multiple women. They was going to have mistresses they had sex with, maids they had sex with, cooks they had sex with. That was always going to be the case, especially if the man was of high value. Now, there's always those men out there that don't cheat for certain reasons, though. There's men that don't cheat because they're religious. There's men that don't cheat because they don't agree with it morally. There's men that don't cheat just because they don't see the point in cheating in the first place. So there is those men, those outliers that will be loyal to their woman because their attention is focused on something other than sex. But it's not, that doesn't necessarily say, that's not necessarily to say that it's wrong for a man to focus on sex, because we was put on this herb to populate this earth. So at the end of the day, men are breeding machines and women are baby makers. And at the end of the day, a woman can only carry a baby for not. A woman could carry a baby for 9 months, while a man can go out there and impregnate 30 women.
I think it only takes like
months.
I think it only takes like 7 or 30 men that to get all the women on this planet pregnant.
Exactly. Like literally, a man can for 9 months straight, while a woman can only give birth.
That's our
every 9
conversation now.
months. But I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool.
Yeah.
I just understand it, but I don't think it's cool. How about you, bro?
What was the question?
The question is, do you think a relationship that involves cheating could work?
Um,
I'm going somewhere with this. Trust me.
I mean, can I explain real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So, my woman caught me cheating, like not cheating. Okay. I guess you can call it cheating, but this woman like asked like, "Hey, if you give me $5 for a vape, I can send you pictures." So like supply and demand, pretty much.
Yeah.
You said $5 for a vape?
He said
So like,
supply and
I'm
demand.
pretty sure.
Yo.
I'm pretty sure it was like one of those girls that were like, "Hey, you know, like I can send my body pictures," because she was a good looking woman. So she's like, "I could send my pictures for money and shit." So I assumed she needed $5 more. So I was like, "All right, yeah, I got you." So I sent her the $5 on Cash App, and my woman went through my phone when I was sleeping, which I had a hunch, and I was expected for that conversation. Not only this, but I was expecting her to leave too. But I'm blessed that she didn't. She should have, and I always I told her, I said she should have, but she said, because considering the fact that she's bisexual, she liked the woman. She liked the woman that that I was looking at. So, um, she's like we need to talk about this. So for a month we were talking about like, you know, trying to get a three-way with another female or something, you know. So like it's weird because like it's new to me too, because like I'm used to like just that one person relationship, but like I'm assuming that's how you found her on Facebook or something. That's what she told me.
Yeah.
So like we're just like we're out there looking for another female to just have fun in bed with, and maybe also have friends. Like you guys are obviously cool, and like you guys are apparently too far from where I'm at. So I mean, like, hey, who knows? We can all chill or some shit one day, you know?
No, I told them nah. I was trying to tell your girl that I wasn't into that kind of shit. Like me and my girl, we're not swingers. Like, I don't
Like,
do the
no.
I f your girl, you f my. I don't do that kind of stuff. Like
No,
me and my girl just f your girl, and that could be that. I don't do the tag team and stuff like that.
I don't want the
I do
Eiffel
have a
Tower. I
lot
don't
of
want the
issues
Eiffel
with that because I
Tower,
do
my
meet a
guy.
lot of people. I do meet a lot of people that are swingers and stuff like that, but
Yeah, no,
I'm
you
not a
ain't gotta
swinger.
worry about me.
I don't plan on being a swinger.
Me neither.
I don't
Me
see no
neither.
upside down pineapple in
I'm
here.
not
so-
strong.
I'm straight. I'm
I'm
straight,
not
my
sure.
guy.
I
So we
would
ain't
never
gotta worry
want to
about
watch
that.
my girl have sex. I told her the most I will do is watch a woman do something with her. A man,
Right.
I'm not that strong. I don't want live porn. I don't corn. I mean, I don't want live porn. I don't want these kind of things happening in my sight. That's what like I tried to express to your girlfriend when we was like somewhat talking about it a little bit before like I introduced you guys to the podcast. But that's pretty
No,
much
My boy
so
had to
no,
defend
like I get
himself.
that.
pretty much
I get
it.
that where you're coming from, and no, I wasn't like shooting for another male or like anything.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. See, he gets it.
So-
He gets it.
She, and not only that, but she even agrees. So like I said, I'm lucky to have my woman because she's like, I like women more than I like men because she can't stand me most
See, I
of
don't
the
do
time.
that.
So
That's
she's like,
that's far from what I'm
she
about.
tells me it's bad enough I have to deal with you. I don't want to deal with another man. So she's like, just women only. So like, hey, you guys came across and you asked her about a podcast, and I said, yeah, why not? Because like we're also looking for friends and like people to talk to and do shit, whatever. So like, yeah, like we're more welcome to have friends, and we just want like someone to have in bed with. Like we just want people to hang out with and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I perfectly agree with most parts of your relationship except that last thing when you said your girl likes girls more than guys. I don't that's something I don't really want to be a part of. Like I
well, I'm
still
not
want my girl to
saying
like me. I don't want her to tolerate me. And recently, I think it was the last podcast. I'm so mad we couldn't record this because it was so many good clips where it was this couple where the guy, I won't say he was a cuck. It was more like they wasn't in a relationship. The girl he was with, it's like they was friends, but they also was in a relationship. She liked girls more than she liked men. She was shocked at like the camaraderie or like the friendship they had. And then she
Mm-hmm.
also mentioned that they've been together for 6 years, but had sex less than 50 times. So I don't
yo,
I
that
don't
is
personally
wild.
believe dealing with somebody that likes the opposite gender more than me, or especially if I'm a male and she's and then the person's a female and they like females more than men. Cause I mean, like, is this more of a friendship? Like, are you damn near a human size? It start with a D. Um, I don't.
Right,
I never wanna be like that kind of poly or whatever you want to like call it. Like even in a relationship that I'm currently in, me and my girl have had conversations about these things. Like it's not like I'm secretly doing this or like a girl secretly showing me stuff and she has no access to it. Like I have two phones. She can go through any one of them as much times as she want. Or if
right,
she sees something that she disagree with, and I do see that it's making her feel some kind of way, we can have a conversation about it. And if it really is something that she wants no part of, I will stop talking to this particular person. So like I still me and my girlfriend, we still have conversations about what I can and can't do. Like she don't, unless we're having a threesome, she don't want me to have sex with girls raw. So I respect that. I respect that them kind of like things. I tell her like there's certain things I'm gonna tell these girls that I would lie in these messages. But I
hmm
would tell you the truth. I told her I'll lie to any girl on this planet. I just won't lie to you no more. I don't think I need to lie to her. If I can be completely honest with her and lie to everybody else, she's getting a part of me that no other female on this planet can receive. So that's the
right,
promise that I gave her. And if there's a girl that she don't like, I will say, all right, I just won't mess with her. And also, when we do these kind of things, or because we still haven't had like the whole threesome thing yet, but health is like very important. Like we asked for the most recent S&E testing as soon as possible, and if they can do it before we actually do stuff together, that will be perfect. But in this space, it seems it seems evil just to ask these people these things. I've asked this
right,
girl things. She goes say, "What? What? You think I'm dirty?" Then she blocked me. Why would you want to have a raw interaction with a couple you don't know? Why do you trust us that much? We don't trust you. I don't know
right,
you.
That,
So
that's fair.
so there's certain rules and stuff that's in place. And I told
Rules
my
and
girl that she needs
regulations.
to hold me to these standards consistently. Because if she doesn't hold me to these standards, I don't deserve this amount of access and these things that I want her to do. And I tell her I'm gonna hold you to these same standards too, as far as cooking, cleaning, and doing anything that's gonna make me happy. And I try to reciprocate the same thing. So that's why my relationship works. I'm not saying your relationship don't. I'm just saying that there's certain things that I'm just not willing to do. And I think it is very important for you to like for you not to be just tolerated in a relationship. That's why I brought up the last two guests that we had, because I asked him. He seemed like he was cool with no sexual things happening, and it's fine if a man want to sit here and lie to me and say he don't enjoy sex. If he want to lie to me like that, that's fine.
right.
But like, I'm just gonna like, you're just lying. It's cool. You don't have to like keep telling me this lie. Tell yourself that lie and stuff like that. And I think what ends up happening is, because I asked the couple, I said, what happens if your girlfriend wants to date a girl and they want to kick you out the relationship? He said he would be cool with that as long as he can stay her friend. He would still pay her bills. It was a goofy, but that's my belief. Next question.
So, oh yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
wait, no. If you wait,
Yeah,
if
he
you
was
if you had if you
answering
had
a
a
question before you went on that
No,
tangent, bro.
after
so
he answered that, I wanted to give my
no,
take a
I'm
little
sorry.
bit.
I don't want to take up too much time either. Like, so like going on with that. So like, she's not like saying, "Oh, I like them, like I want to date them." She's like, "I like them for their looks." So like she used to be like that kind of player back then and shit, but it's just like she likes the women's physiques more, not like she wants to get with them or anything. She just wants to, how do I say it? Play with them, I guess you could say. That's all. Like that's what she wants to experience. But next question.
Yeah. All right. That was a lot.
Next
So
question.
Yeah,
this
that
next question.
was.
All right. What's one sentence people in a one-sided relationship need to hear? You just heard two one-sided relationships. What's one thing you think they need to hear?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot, man. I'm cliff
You
farming
really
right
are.
now. You about to have to debate.
I don't know.
I just-
I really don't know.
You don't gotta debate me. You don't gotta debate me.
I don't know. Like, y'all do y'all.
Okay.
Do what makes you happy. Like, I don't know. If it works for you, it works for you.
Okay. How about you?
It'll be a vibe.
You said one word that describes it.
Nah, what's one sentence you want to say to relationships? Where
Oh,
one side gets to cheat and the other side doesn't.
oh.
I thought I was gonna get a clip out of that. I'm not.
No. I thought of
I
something.
thought she was gonna disagree hard as shit. Then
I thought it was if your girl accepts it, the relationship should work.
yeah, we're all gonna agree on this one. As long as she accepts it, I don't see no issue in it.
Yeah, I don't believe in forcing somebody to do something that they don't want to do. Like a lot of times, us as individuals, we like to talk a lot about other people's relationships. Like I just somewhat did,
Yeah.
and if we don't agree with what's going on, like that's perfectly fine. But a lot of times, people they hear this outside noise and they let that noise affect their relationship. If it quote unquote works for them, then it works for them. It just depends on what relationship they was in previous to that to see if it's coincide with the relationship that they're currently in.
All right. I'll only got two more questions. I'm jump to him right quick. What's one sentence that you think relationships such as yours need to hear?
I guess like just agree whatever the woman makes her happy for. I don't know, whatever she suggests, just make her happy.
Okay.
Honestly, just make your queen happy. That's all I can say.
Respect. All right. So my next question is, I just had it here. What's harder, trusting someone or trusting yourself after a betrayal?
That's a good one.
Yeah, you're fried.
I am a little bit. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Personal, but honestly, I'm gonna say trusting myself.
Trust yourself after a betrayal.
Because it's like I give people the benefit of the doubt, so I trust a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I get along with a lot of people, so it's like
Yeah.
I give them the benefit of the doubt until they show me I can't trust them.
Yeah. Too many
So it's
chances.
like, yeah, but me, it's like I go through a lot of shit. I gave myself way too many chances, so it's like I think I'll stick with that one.
Okay. How about you, bro?
What you said.
What's harder, trusting? What's harder, trusting? Yeah, I'm gonna go make me re-say it. What's harder, trusting someone or trusting yourself after a betrayal? Sorry, I saw the time was getting long, so I started jumping around.
You said trust somebody after betrayal or trusting yourself?
No, like which one's harder? I have to scroll back up to it. Which one's harder, trusting someone or trusting yourself after a betrayal?
Trusting yourself after betrayal.
Why do you say that?
Because a lot of people talk about like how they don't trust everybody else or there's nobody they can trust, but somebody that disagrees or or don't follow a lot about the things that they are saying is the person that's saying all these things. Like a lot of people say they don't trust anybody else, but they barely trust themselves. Like a lot of people say, I'm gonna start doing this, don't do it. I'm gonna start doing this, don't do it. So like sometimes, like she was saying, just giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. Because I used to be really big on that as far as like believing, like I could be shown something and still believe the opposite because you just want to give the person the benefit of the doubt, or you see the potential in this person, you feel like things could get better.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of times when you love somebody, have feelings for this person, you could end up going back on the things you say, whether it's getting cheated on, somebody lying to you, manipulating you, doing something that you thought they would never do, or even just looking at somebody different. Because I think somebody else can do stuff to make you trust them again or forgive them. But when it comes to you, depending on how many times people hurt you, it can make you feel like, damn, like, am I really just this strong person? Why are all these things happening to me? And having such a big heart can make you forgive a lot of people for things you should have been cut them off from. And that goes from friends, family, and even spouses or people you're in a relationship with. Because no matter how good anybody is to you, eventually they're going to do something that's going to somewhat let you down, disappoint you, or just make you look at them different. And once these kind of things happening, you can end up doing anything. That's why a lot of times somebody could be in love with somebody, get cheated on, and they start questioning their own self-worth or not believing themselves, start getting secure, like start overthinking things. So I think it's hard to trust yourself rather than trusting somebody else because you don't really know what you're capable of unless you're in that predicament.
Okay. I'm gonna disagree. I think trusting someone else is the harder decision. I mean, I'm one of those people that I have a bad habit of looking at the whole picture. So like I'll do it like based off of a statistical standpoint. I'll be like, okay, if this many women are doing this exact same thing, then women just do this exact same thing. So I have a bad habit of judging people based off of like what the whole gender is doing rather than based off of what they may be doing differently. So I'd say for me personally, it's trusting somebody else because I'll like if I got cheated on 3 times, I'd have it in my head that women cheat. If I got lied to throughout 5 relationships, I'm gonna have it in my head that women lie. Like those sort of things are going to be in my head in like kind of a cycle. So I'd say for me, the harder thing is trusting someone else.
Okay. Don't you think? Don't you think that could be like disingenuous to this new person that you're with?
Yeah,
just
it's completely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely disingenuous.
As long as
That sucks.
you feel like
That sucks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
completely disingenuous. It's completely selfish. Because
you're
you're putting all this baggage on
You're
her
putting
that
it
she
Exactly.
on
doesn't
someone you
necessarily.
don't know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she doesn't necessarily deserve.
Exactly.
But that's why I also really believe in healing. So I won't get in a relationship knowing that I just got cheated on or I just got lied to because I would know that I'm bringing baggage into that relationship. Like before I got into the relationship I was in now, I took a 4-year break from my prior relationship. So I broke up with my ex, took 4 years of healing. Then I met my next girlfriend because I really had to change my mindset on how women were. And that woman, she tried to put me in jail for something I didn't do. So I had no trust for women for a very long time.
So
But it took time for that part of me to heal.
So, do you think, like, when it comes to trusting women, like, as a man, do you think do you think the mother or the women in your family or the women in your life plays a big factor? Or do you think it's a separation from your family and friends versus the people you date?
I would say it really primarily depends on whether or not you had a negative experience with a woman. So yeah, I would agree with you to an extent. I would just expand it a little bit. So like let's say you have a good mother figure. If the first woman you date cheats on you, you're going to think women cheat. So like it's not just friends, family, but it's also the people you meet throughout dating, and that's for both genders. I mean, that's why it's so important for people to give themselves time to heal. Because if you don't give yourself that time to heal, you're just going to take that baggage into the next relationship. Hurt people hurt people. You're going to hurt someone that you could have potentially married one day because you just weren't ready for that new relationship. So it's not only your mother or your sister or your cousin or your auntie, but it's also women you date as well. You got to be careful in all areas.
So, what do you think is like the best form of action men should do when they're first getting back into that relationship? Do you ask your woman for reassurance? Do you ask your woman, okay, I've been lied to a lot. Not
You
saying
mean
that.
get back into dating, not
Yeah.
get back in a relationship with the girl.
No, yeah. Get back in dating or relationship. Like, do you access the woman that you're with for reassurance? Do you ask this girl for your location? Can you tell me a lot of things so I have a heads up on what's going on? Because I don't want to think of something else.
Nah. It's healed. If you're healed, you should be back in the state that you was in prior. So I don't believe in, like, for instance, I had a girl. The girl before the girl that tried to put me in jail left me for another man. I didn't date another woman until I believed a woman wouldn't leave me for another man. I wouldn't go into a relationship telling a woman she got to reassure me because I think that's weakness and not manliness at all.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
So, like, I don't believe in getting reassurance for my woman. I should be already confident enough in myself. Not self-obsession, but you should love yourself. So if I love myself to a certain extent, I'm going to expect the best things for myself.
Okay, but what's wrong with vulnerability?
Nothing's wrong with vulnerability. I just believe that there's no true, shall I say, if your girlfriend's not being inquisitive about your emotional state, I don't see the purpose in trauma vomiting on your girl. So, like, for instance, if my girl says she wants to know how I felt for the week, which she does, like I said, we have those deep conversations every Sunday, then I'll answer it. But if my girl never asks me how I feel, I see no purpose in telling her because she's not equipped with being able to solve the sort of issues I'm going to face as a man. So men need to be vulnerable. They need to be vulnerable with strong male figures because they're going to be the ones that's going to be able to give them the solution to their problem that'll get them out of that stressful space. Now, you can be vulnerable with your woman if she's inquisitive, but you don't want to be vulnerable with your woman in a way that puts pressure on her too, because now y'all are just both stressing out. Now, if you keep her in that space where you're her rock and she never stresses out, then she'll be able to calm your stress levels down through her caring nature. Yeah. So that's why I say be vulnerable with your bros, be vulnerable with your dad, uncle, be vulnerable with a man that can give you good advice.
But don't you think when I mean reassurance, I'm not just saying like she's like give you lip service as far as telling you stuff. I'm saying, like, is she doing things for you to know that she is in love with you or she likes you?
I misunderstood you.
I was saying in them kind of things because I do feel like as tough as men try to like make ourselves out to be, if our women don't doing these things, we have no we have no knowledge of it. So that's why I'm not saying a man have to be 100% vulnerable, but if the person that you're in a relationship with is doing stuff to you and you don't voice that opinion or you don't voice that feeling you have for what that person is doing, then you're expecting this person to just read your mind. That's what I mean.
Expecting that person to communicate.
No, but shouldn't you communicate? What if she's doing something that's bothering you? If you don't communicate, how would she know it's bothering you?
See, that's different.
That's what I meant.
That's a cause and effectory thing. Now, like, if you're saying me constantly calling my girl beautiful every single day, I don't see no purpose in that because then the word beauty loses its purpose. If I call her beauty when she looks shitty and I call her beautiful when she looks her best, then she's not going to really get any value from that word anymore because she's going to feel like she put in effort for nothing. Like if I'm the same beauty when I have not my shit on and I'm the same beauty when I have my shit on, what's the purpose of me putting that shit on? I only got eyes for you. So now all of a sudden she only needs to impress you in pajamas.
That's why you use different words.
Or you can do that as well. I'm a big fan of big vocabularies. But basically, reassurance in the way that you're describing, I agree with. Yeah. I thought you was talking about reassurance as in like, baby, it's gonna be okay.
Nah, that's a woman.
I was like, I don't know, I don't need that because men don't need that. When you do that to men, they start to treat you, shall I say, differently. They think you're.
They treat you like you're their mother. Sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's
weird.
I won't say all that. I'm not thinking my girl's my mom. I don't think
you, but
nah.
I think reassuring in that, being a woman that reassures a man in that way plays a role in that man becoming like that child mother relationship. Yeah, you're not giving them any responsibilities. So
so
you can't reassure a man too much. Like you can't be always on his head like his mother. Sometimes you gotta tell a man you gotta get your shit together, bro. You fucked up. You got to get your shit together.
I mean, I feel like it depends.
Don't like you like that.
If
I like being checked.
If they're mommy boys, like if they're like that, then yeah, that's where that role plays. But if it's not like that, then vulnerability and just reaching out for reassurance isn't bad. That's
Yeah.
actually really good in a relationship if you're trying to build long term,
Yeah.
because it shows you can lean on each other. Like regardless how it is, it shows that you have that respect for them to understand what they're reaching out about, and you're comfortable with giving them that
Yeah.
because you love them, so you
Yeah.
want them to make sure they're reassured with everything.
Yeah.
I don't care how much times I gotta say it. I'll say as much as you need to hear me because I love you enough to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like as long as you have that love for that person, I feel like that's all that matters.
Yeah, but I do feel like this saying that is true. Where they say like when a man is in love, he'll act like a lot childish with the woman, and it's almost like she will play that motherly role. And then when a woman is
Yeah,
truly in
that's
love,
not
that she will.
right.
It's almost like as if she'll be looking towards you, I guess, like a father figure as like a young girl, like as far as buying her stuff, making her feel like a nice little princess, lady, or queen, and things like
Yeah.
that. So I think they both work hand in hand. It only becomes a problem when it's not just she's making you feel like you're the best man or you're the man she really wants to be with rather than fully taking care of you. That's where men get it fucked up now. Like what he was saying, the motherly role is like taking care of you, paying for stuff, she has authority, them kind of things.
Yeah.
That's when a relationship's like gets disbalanced because now she's feeling like she's raising a kid.
Yeah.
You still have to have these manly roles as far as leading, taking responsibility, protecting, providing. These things are still important to me, but you both are supposed to work hand in hand so you guys can make sure that this relationship stays together. That's why I was saying like a little earlier about every relationship needs a sense of direction. There has to be a plan of like where are you guys going. Like I talked to like the girl I'm with now. Like we talked about marriage. We talked about how exactly we're gonna like do all these things. And as bad as people don't believe in marriage and all these other things, I still believe in marriage. And I believe if you are a man, why you're not willing to take all these risks. If you feel this person's gonna take all your money, do X, Y, and Z, even if statistically you should think about that and put all these things into your mind, but I still feel like there's no way that you can 100% trust anybody. Like as long as I known him, as long as I known her, and I don't even know you for a little bit, who knows? All you guys can say, we just gonna kill this guy.
Oh, that's crazy.
You don't even know.
No, but I'm saying,
This nigga took the thousand. The
I'm
fucking
saying-
extreme.
No, that's how
I'm
you
saying
think I feel coming here.
No,
Y'all
that's
could've
what
fucking
I'm
killed
saying.
me.
That's what I'm
I could've
saying.
been getting
We
set
talking
up.
about
They
death.
could have sent me out.
No, I'm saying as
like,
extreme
Yeah.
extreme
you
as
gotta
that
think
is.
about the most negative
Yeah.
outcome in life. Like,
But I try not to.
trafficked me.
No,
I don't know that.
I try
don't
not
know
to
y'all.
lead in. I try not to lead in that way because there's no real way to know what somebody wouldn't do. You can only have like your own belief. That's why a lot of people end up getting disappointed because they're looking at this person like they're this perfect being that they can't do no wrong, and when they do wrong, they be so much in shock.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. All right. Last question is this. You know you're being convenient when you just need to finish that sentence. You know you're being used as a conveniency when.
Like they're playing on my phone. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
Does
I
that
don't know
make
what that
sense?
means.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I'm not good with
Basically
slang.
when they hit me up only for one thing, or like
Yeah.
they try to lead me on, or they're just like playing games. Like they're just playing games on my phone. Like I'm here to entertain them. I mean, I'm not no clown. Like I'm not a clown. Do I got makeup on? No, I don't. So I don't know. That's like
Okay, that was a good answer. How about you, Toga?
Like she was saying, like when they only call you when they need you, that's how you know you're being convenient. Like if the girl always need to go somewhere, you're the ride. You're the designated driver.
you're the Uber.
Uber Eats.
And you get no gas money. You better have that gas money, or else you're gonna look like a bum.
Yup. You pick me up
Like
with no
straight
gas.
up. And nothing for me to take. Yeah, no, that's how they look at it. That's
Yep.
women these days, and I'd admit it.
I would say you know you're being used as a conveniency when their words speak louder than their actions.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah. If what they're saying isn't matching up with what they're doing, then you're being led as a fool. Yeah, they're playing your shit. But if those actions speak louder and they kept it honest and transparent with you from the jump, and you knew what you was getting yourself into, you have a good one. You have a good one because they give you the opportunity to decide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
But with that being said, we're gonna finish this off by asking you to give us any feedback. How do you like the show? Did you enjoy yourself? Do you have any critiques?
Critiques? I don't know. You put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I don't like being put on the spot, y'all. And I gotta remember, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, this was a big one. I think this is our most liked one, isn't it?
Podcast
Yeah,
wise.
most liked
Which
podcast.
one?
Yeah, I think gaming we got like a
Honestly, I want to tell not only y'all, but everyone, go for love. Go for yourself. Like, if you don't love yourself, you're never going to truly love someone else. That's like one of the biggest things ever. Because when you don't love yourself, you lose yourself. Like, even being in a relationship, getting out of a relationship, even a friendship, like platonic, whatever you're going through, you lose yourself in it. You really do. And that's the most hardest thing to come back from, because you'll feel lost for a while.
Yeah.
But it's all going to be okay if you find yourself. When you find yourself and love yourself from within and out, you'll find that trust and that love for others. And it might be small. Shit, it might be a friendship. It might be the homeless people you see walking by. Show some kindness in your neighborhood. Show some love. Like, it's not that hard. Like, so much food goes to waste. Like, everything happens. The economy is shitty right now. So it's like, if you give love, you'll learn that it's easy to love yourself too. Because I feel like loving someone else is so much easier than loving yourself. Yeah. And a lot of people give that love out when it's a real sacred thing. Like, it's really important though, especially in this time. We're in a very shitty time, but that's a whole nother conversation, y'all.
Just
that's
the
a whole nother
generation
topic. You ain't never lying. And other things. It's horrible out there. For sure. But love yourself before you love anyone else, especially if you're going to give them so much or have them take advantage of you. And never be okay with that. Don't be taken advantage of. I think everything should be equal, honestly. But there's a lot of people that would hate me for saying that. So, yeah.
How about
Other
you,
than that, I did good.
Thank you.
I don't really have anything.
How you feel about today's show? It was one of our most liked lives for podcasts.
I appreciate the 690 likes.
No, that's 6,000.
I can't even see it.
6,090 likes, and I also appreciate the 280 people that decided to join and check us out.
And our gifters. Don't forget our gifters.
I appreciate the people that was giving us gifts.
Yes, sir.
The amount they spammed.
A little.
But with that all being said, y'all have a blessed night. Peace.